step into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune to my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
Oh, a very good morning to you, South Africa. And Yatemba namhlanje nivuke, ni right, ni ready, ni relevant. We are so excited and blessed to be starting this Tuesday morning with you here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Gamalam Gukuhle Adams and I'm Dodo. I'm with
Graham Richards, doing not one but two fist pumps this morning. You know it's going to be a pump of a day.
Yes.
We are going to rock it today, so hopefully you're feeling that same level of enthusiasm. But we're going to have a lot of fun. There's going to be a lot of, I think, life-affirming content on the way, which we absolutely love. And we're also going to educate you. We're all about pregnancy awareness this morning. I was thinking, I don't think I could go back into that phase of our little family's life, but we are here to support the mothers that are going to be birthing the future generation.
Just
look at that.
You guys are so adorable.
She is
When
so
was that,
gorgeous. That was at the baby shower. That is so
Jack's
awesome.
baby shower.
How beautiful she was glowing, eh?
Was it Jack's baby
shower? No. This was George's baby shower. So not that long ago, but it feels like a lifetime ago.
Oh, just look at that. How has it been for you, though? Like, supporting someone going through pregnancy?
I mean, as a guy, you do what you asked to do, and you try and be as supportive as you can. And obviously, this has been a crazy time for it all to happen as well. So that's, I think, put a different spin on it. But Linz was an absolute legend through that process. I think she really enjoyed being pregnant. But they're difficult days, they're hard days, and there's so much that you need to learn along the way. But I can promise you one thing, that even with having had a second child, if you're feeling nervous about all the unknowns, it comes to you. And as a mother, you are blessed with this genetic imprint. This miracle happens inside you, not only physically, but mentally and emotionally. You're suddenly able to deal with things that just blow my mind. So we are loving all the mothers out there, current and future moms as well. And we're going to be chatting to owner of Glow Yoga and certified yoga teacher trainer, Cian Williams. He's going to show us some fitness techniques that are safe for pregnant women. And trust me, you'll get to a point where you'll really want to move and relieve some of that physical stress. And while registered dietitian Kim Hoffman is going to be sharing the importance of dairy for pregnancy, so that we can make sure you're putting into your body everything that you and your growing little bubba needs. Oh man, that's made me quite nostalgic. I don't know if I could go back there, but I love it and I miss it, and it's given me two beautiful kids. So congratulations to all the mothers out there. Today's show is dedicated to you. We got a mama sitting right there, in fact.
Hey mamas, hello everybody, hello South Africa. My name is Jamie Domag, the main mama here on the show. So good to be able to connect with you on this Tuesday.
I like that, the main mama in the building, of course, and I'm joining main mama. My name is Raul Demone. Thank you for joining us this beautiful Tuesday, and we're choosing to spend it with you, Mzansi. And of course, this morning we're chatting to you about everything when it comes to pregnancy, of course, and we've got an expert in the house by the name of Dr. Kim Sontag. And the question this morning is, what is the question that you have or concerns that you have about pregnancy? So it's commemorating Pregnancy Awareness Week this week. And Jamie, I know it's so strange for me. Pregnancy was something that I would just run from in all the phases of my life up until now. And I've realized that it's not that easy. Yeah. It's actually an absolute blessing to be able to just fall pregnant. And I'm seeing that occurring now with a lot of my friends where they're trying and attempting. So lots of questions, a lot of information, and an absolute blessing to be able to have a pregnancy. You know about it.
It is definitely a journey, and it's something that, like, you know, as women, we don't often speak about. Pregnancy can be such a lonely time as well, but I'm so glad that, you know, we're giving this platform for women to ask questions, because you need so much information when it comes to that. It can be so overwhelming, but to have a platform where we can actually speak openly about pregnancy, the struggles with pregnancy, but also what you need, and hearing about other mothers and their experience, it's definitely something that we want to connect with. So do connect with us, Expresso Morning Show, SABC3. We are going to keep you informed, entertained for the next 3 hours. But right now, let's get on with those news headlines with G.
Thanks so much, Jamie. Let's start here in South Africa, where South Africa has in fact placed its rollout of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine on hold after a study showed disappointing results against its new COVID variant. It was established that the vaccine offered minimal protection against mild and moderate cases. However, it's hoped that the vaccine will still be effective in preventing severe cases. Since the start of the pandemic, South Africa has recorded more than 46,000 deaths, most of any country in Africa. Health Minister William Kiza said vaccines produced by Johnson & Johnson and Pfizer would be available in the coming weeks. Then staying in the country, Eastern Cape Police announced yesterday that cocaine worth 14 million rand has been discovered on a ship in the port of Nkura. A joint operation involving the Hawks Serious Organised Crime Investigation Team, Crime Intelligence and the Customs Dog Unit led to the discovery after they received information about possible drug trafficking between Brazil and China. On searching the electronic sections, a container meant for use as storage for frozen deboned beef, officials found 30 bricks of cocaine valued at 14.1 million rand. The investigation is ongoing. On the international front, Nigeria's Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala could become the first African and first woman to lead the embattled World Trade Organization, otherwise known as the WTO. This after a South Korean rival withdrew on Friday and the United States reversed its previous opposition. The Biden administration has expressed its strong support of Okonjo-Iweala, lauding her experience at the World Bank and leading Nigeria's finance ministry. These developments have ended months of uncertainty over the leadership of the global trade body and cleared the way for WTO members to confirm Okonjo-Iweala as the next WTO Director General. Then Bolivia has sent a group of experts to the southern province of Tarija to investigate after 35 condors were found dead in recent days. Now, officials say they fear the birds, 17 males and 18 females, may have died of poisoning. The Andean condor is one of the largest flying birds on the planet with a wingspan of up to 3.2 meters. Bolivia's Deputy Minister for the Environment, Magdalena Herrera, said there was a dead goat in the area and 3 dogs that also died, thus it was likely that poison was to blame. Now, staying on that track, news on a positive side of life of seabird entanglements cut by 98% due to one simple change. Conservationists have proven that a remarkably simple method of deterring seabirds can save tens of thousands from being killed during attempts to pilfer longline fishing nets. In Namibia, there has been a 98% reduction in albatross deaths that after laws were passed requiring simply that fishermen attach coloured streamers to the back of their boats. Many seabirds go extinct due to bycatch, a fishing term that describes animals caught other than the target fish. In Namibia alone, a staggering 22 to 30,000 seabirds die annually because of bycatch. But mercifully, there are now bird scaring lines, a colourful pole mounted on the stern of a fishing trawler, and strings along colourful ropes which act like the marine equivalent of a scarecrow. And as the seabirds approach the fishing vessel to snatch an easy meal of either fish or bait, hanging off the long fishing lines, the birds' scaring lines then cause them to take a second guess and they opt to soar away. And tremendous news, other nations have now had similar success with the lines, which is wonderful since seabirds are one of the most vulnerable groups of animals. Certainly we know that here in South Africa. On that positive note is where we leave our news headlines for this hour. Let's catch you up on all of our sporting headlines. Let's start with cricket. Pakistan completed a 2-0 clean sweep over the Proteas with an emphatic 95-run victory on day 5 in Rawalpindi yesterday. South Africa resumed the day with promise on 127 for 1, needing 243 runs to win and level that series 1-1. But Pakistan's Hassan Ali picked up 5 wickets as South Africa's batting order collapsed yet again, losing 7 wickets for just 33 runs. The 2020 series between Pakistan and the Proteas kicks off on Thursday. On to netball now. Netball South Africa yesterday announced that all planned activities would resume effective immediately. Last month, all netball activities were suspended due to that spike in COVID-19 cases. The first event to take place under strict health and safety regulations will be the Spa Challenge, which will feature the Spa Proteas, the SA Presidents 12, the Baby Proteas, Uganda's She Cranes, with Namibia yet to confirm participation. This tournament will take place in Cape Town from the 24th to the 31st of March. Then on to local football. Cape Town Spurs have advanced to the Nedbank Cup round of 16 after beating Baraka FC 5-4 on penalties at the Peter Mokaba Stadium in Polokwane last night. Cape Town Spurs will now face Cape Town All-Stars in that round of 16. The other round of 16 fixtures will see defending champions and PSL log leaders Mamelodi Sundowns up against Polokwane City. Chippa United face Cape Town City FC, and Maritzburg United, they take on the Buccaneers, Orlando Pirates. Now on to tennis. It's all heating up yet again in 2021. Reigning Australian Open champion Novak Djokovic started his title defense by dropping just 6 games while recording a 6-3, 6-1, 6-2 win over France's Jeremy Chardy. Austrian third seed Dominic Thiem, the German 6th seed Alexander Zverev, and Australia's Nick Kyrgios also advancing to the next round of the tournament. And then in the women's singles title race, 23-time Grand Slam winner Serena Williams, she beat Laura Sigmund 6-1, 6-1, looking strong. And US Open champion Naomi Osaka claimed a convincing 6-1, 6-2 win over Russia's Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova. Then on to motorsport. Formula One world champion Lewis Hamilton has signed a new 1-year contract with Mercedes for the 2021 season. The 36-year-old Hamilton, who is a 7-time Formula One champion, will now race for Mercedes for a 9th season now. Clearly, it's a balance that works. The 2021 Formula One season is scheduled to start on Sunday, the 28th of March at the Bahrain International Circuit. Have a look at some interesting new moves on the team front across the board, but that's where we leave our sport for now. Let's get our first look at our morning weather.
Thank you so much, G, for the news and sports update. It's time for us to get into the first look at your stunning sunrise pictures and the weather forecast for the day. You have pulled through South Africa. Thank you so much to Joan Cameron from Britannia Bay for sharing this blue skyline, showing the sun rising through the clouds. You can expect a pleasant day with plenty of sunshine, reaching a maximum of 22 degrees. Our regular contributor, Ndogozo Theo Makatini from Jozi Maboneng, sent through this cloudy and grey morning. Do expect some times of cloud and widespread thunder showers in your area today. It will reach a maximum of 25 degrees Celsius. Thank you so much for sharing your photos with us. Please continue to do so and show us how you wake up in your part of the country. If you are one of our international viewers, hello, we would love to see your part of the world as well. Just head on over to the Expresso Facebook page to share your photos with us. We would love to show it live on the show. While we enjoy experiencing a sunrise from your part of South Africa, we do have some international viewers tuning on both YouTube and the Africa channel in the USA. This morning, we report on the weather from Annapolis, Maryland. It is the capital, or the state's capital rather, which also forms part of the Atlantic coastal plain, with its highest point being only 15 meters above sea level. Today, our viewers in the city can expect a cold day, reaching only 8 degrees Celsius. Thank goodness we are still enjoying summer down in South Africa, but after nearly 3 weeks of heavy rains following the landfall cyclone Eloise, more possible flooding is expected in Limpopo, Free State and Northwest in the coming days. While the rain has caused damage in some areas, most dams and rivers in the country have reaped the benefits of the rainy weather as water capacity has increased, including the Vaal Dam. It has now reached 8.2% capacity, and it is possible that it will reach 100% in the coming days. Around this time last year, the dam was only 57% full. The welcome rain has also turned the magnificent Ograbi's Falls in the Orange River into a spectacular roaring mass of water, which is attracting onlookers from all over the country. Here are your temperatures for this Tuesday, South Africa. If you are at Polokwane, do expect 40% thunder showers forecast this Tuesday. Bombela, wet conditions in your part of the country as well, with a low of 22, reaching a high of 27. Pretoria, it's a partly cloudy day, 26, but also do expect some rain. Jozi Maboneng, your temperatures range from 17, reaching a high of 25 degrees. 18, reaching a maximum of 28 in Mahikeng. Some thunder showers at 40% chance of rain in Klerksdorp with a low of 18, reaching a high of 29 degrees. A mostly sunny day in Kimberley, reaching a maximum of 34 degrees. Bloemfontein, you start off the morning with a minimum of 17, reaching an afternoon maximum of 30 degrees. Richards Bay, it's a rainy day, 56% chance of rain is forecast. Pietermaritzburg, your temperatures range from 20 to 28. Durban, your maximum for the day is 28 from a low of 24 degrees. Mthatha, it's a partly cloudy day, 16, 27. A sunny day in East London with a maximum of 27 degrees. Cradock, 14, reaching a high of 35 degrees. Port Elizabeth, it's a nice summer's day with a low of 18, reaching a high of 26. George, it's a sunny one in your part of the country as well, 15, 25. Cape Town, 19, 25. Worcester coming through with a maximum of 37 degrees. And Sutherland starts off the morning with a low of 12, reaching a high of 32. And Uppington, 24, reaching a high of 38, the highest temperature in the country. This was your 6 o'clock weather roundup. We'll have another look shortly after the top of the hour. But right now, it seems like Valentine's Day is around the corner. There's absolutely no reason why we shouldn't start celebrating right now.
Valentine's Day is every single day. And Kutle, you mentioned there's sunshine all over South Africa. And speaking of sunshine, we have someone who brings a whole lot of sunshine into the studio every single day with his just beautiful nature. We love him so much. And he is, of course, our man in HR, Mr. Brent Philander. Brent Philander, come in over here. We love you so much. This is the man behind the scenes. You don't always get to see him, but he is so super talented. And we just thought we'd bring you in. So we're going to spray you down, give you sanitizers.
Let me just spray you first because we've got a special gift for you as well, Brent. And while we're at it, I've got to say, man, in the brief and short time that I've been working in the studio, I've got to say it's an absolute blessing to have someone with so much composure, someone that's always so calm, and someone that I feel like I can just relate to and resonate with. So I just want to say thank you for making us all feel safe in this space. It's chaotic here at times, but you really just bring a type of energy that kind of balances everybody out. And we just feel content when you're around, man. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. It's been a pleasure working with everyone so far as well. And thank you for everyone that's been making the effort to make the show a success and to constantly be on the up, looking for another way to improve it as well.
Love
and then
that.
thank you for this. It's a very pleasant
It
surprise.
is the month of love, so we thought we'd treat you to something special. And of course, this is available at Woolies.
Jamie and I thought hard about this.
We thought very hard about you. So
yeah, so we know you love the Gears, of course, and we know you love the weekend, and you love also spending time with your family and friends. So we got you these heavy-duty brine mitts, which you can check out and open. It's heavy-duty, it's got suede as well, and it's also made from suede, and it's also got some extra length, Brent, so you're not going to get burnt at all in the arms. You can get stuck in and prepare food for the entire family, man.
Oh, look at that!
I think for everybody at home, Jamie, they need to know that this man's not just the calmness that I was talking about, but he's so valuable. When we get terrorized by the likes of Lucian and everyone else around the floor, this man's out there as our saving grace, and you're like a father to us as well, man. So thank you so much. Yeah, I'm a big brother.
I'm a bit young to be a father, but
well, do enjoy it. It is the month of love, so that is our treat from us, from Woolworths, from everyone here, to say thank you so much for all the work that you do. And of course, you at home, it is the month of love, so please do celebrate with us.
thank you so much, guys.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
If you heart them, show them. Surprise them with gifts from Woolies. Happy Valentine's Day.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. Let's have a little bit of fun now. A husband and wife team are shaking up the stationery industry with their unique crayon set that aims to help children celebrate their color of their skin. And I absolutely love that. They saw a need where the available crayons at the time just didn't match the diverse skin tone ranges of children in our country at the moment. Enter Justin and Kaylee for us. Color Me Kids Business. Justin and Kaylee, a very warm welcome and well done, guys.
Thanks so much.
This is so amazing. Really, as a parent, I get excited to see this. But let's be honest, you know, crayons have been around for such a long time. What did you see or maybe just notice that made you want to change things in this place?
I think it was just about a lack of diversity within stationery in general, a lack of representation, and that was just like quite a glaringly obvious hole that you can't actually believe has been there for so long. But I noticed that as a teacher, and just trying to be more intentional with my classroom resources, ensuring that they accurately represent the children in my class. And the one thing that was lacking was stationery. So it was the crayons and our art resources. So that's really what we wanted to change, and we went about doing that.
It's amazing to me that no one has thought to act on this impulse until you guys. So I think you deserve massive kudos for that. I want you to talk us now through the various skin tones and how you actually selected them. So often we're having to color in a cartoon in yellow.
Yeah, 100%.
I remember as a child choosing in like a pack of Koki markers, being like, well, there's potentially brown, there's orange, there's yellow, and there's pink. So I was hell bent on getting very realistic shades. So that was, I think maybe I'm a bit of a control freak with that. But we started with the biggest cross section you can possibly imagine, from basically darkest brown. We included black for hair color, that sort of thing, going through to very lightest possible shade. And then just by process of elimination, getting as many samples as possible, sample shades, testing them all out, trialing it in my classroom, and the kids are the toughest critics. So really, that's how it was, a process of elimination, really.
And we started in 2018. So I mean, by the time we were ready with all our skin shades, I mean, we only launched last year, so it took us a really long time to get to the finished product.
Yeah.
This really does excite me, but how have other parents, and more especially the children, responded to your crayons?
No, it's been absolutely amazing. I think from parents' perspective, we've received such heartwarming stories that so many people have said to us they just really wish that they had this when they were a child, and how they just feel so happy and grateful that their child won't experience what they did, not really having any skin color. And then with kids, you in the classroom, seeing them draw little swatches, testing it out, checking their skin tone, checking their friend's skin tone. So it's such a discussion, and it's just been, creates discussion within the classroom. So it's been so beautifully embraced and received.
It's also normalizing a conversation that should be had at the earliest possible stage as well, which I think is one of the most heartwarming
100%.
elements to this. You guys obviously had a very little experience in the stationery manufacturing industry itself. What was that journey like, getting this off the ground?
That was extremely hard. We absolutely wanted everything to be manufactured in South Africa. So we started off with Google. Don't judge.
As one does.
We didn't really know where to start. Yeah, absolutely. Eventually, the trial and error, especially with getting the shades of skin color we wanted correct, it was so difficult nailing down the right manufacturer and the right 12 shades of skin colors. So it took us, when we say we launched in 2020, it took us 2 years to get to that point, and it was hard. It was very hard.
I can only imagine, but I also believe that you even have a customer base overseas as well. What's next? Are there any other gaps in the market you'd like to take advantage of?
I think we just want to keep expanding the range to make it as widen the range as much as possible, so that it's not just crayons at this stage. We're growing our product line to just get more products surrounding diversity, and so it's not a novelty anymore. We really want it to be an absolute standard. So that's our goal.
Definitely.
Moving forward.
I don't know if you can see this, but G's already starting to seal one for his son, Jack. I think he's more excited.
I love it.
I love the fact that he's going to be able to now sit in the class that he's sitting in with the friends that he does have, and they're all going to be fully represented there. The packaging is amazing. I love the triangular grip. So my boy is 3 years old, and I've got the most gorgeous little ginger 9-month-old baby. So I'm hoping that you're going to get the right shades of orange included in the mix there as well. But you guys are you're phenomenal, and I think it's so cool that we are doing this. It's one thing having a great idea and seeing a need. It's another thing actually following through on that. So I hope this makes you insanely wealthy apart from anything else, because I know that you're going to use those resources to plug it back into something that really is so important right now. So thank you so much for doing this. Thank you for taking the time to join us this morning. And I'm going to steal all of these and give them to my son, and he'll put them to the ultimate quality test.
You're welcome.
Fantastic, please do.
Thanks so much for having us, guys. We really appreciate it.
Powerful. Now, here's to giving our children all over the world, but more especially in South Africa, the tools to more accurately represent themselves when in artistic expression. Justin and Kylie, we wish you all of the best on your journey. For more information, you can visit colormekids.co.za. Did you find your color?
I found my color and my freckle color. So I can effectively Jack and draw my face. Look at that. Awesome is that, man.
You nailed it.
Oh, man, that's brilliant.
As a parent, you want your child to be successful and practice their skills. It is so important to maintain a positive attitude when it comes to sports and player development. One of the best things you can do as a parent is to sneak in the fundamentals and keep it fun for the youth players. Now, having contests is a simple way to keep the positive vibe going for you and your kids at home while getting some practice in, and that's exactly what we will be doing right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And joining us this morning, we have Amantle as well as Noah, who have challenged Tabiso and myself to a shoot the hoop contest, and we are so pumped. Are you guys ready?
Yeah! I love it. Okay, so this is how it's going to work. There are going to be 3 challenges, guys. Whoever wins challenge number 1 will battle the winner of challenge number 2 in a final shoot the hoop off. And the winner of this round will then be named our Hoop Master. Okay, are you guys feeling pumped? Oh, look at that. Okay, it's good.
Oh, she's feeling it.
Okay, Noah, come on now. Okay, we're about to get this going.
That's right. So first up, we have Amantle. You're going to verse our very own Tabiso over here. So if you want to take a sip of your Milo, now's the time to get all of that energy in, because you two are going to be first up on the hoops.
Get your Milo in. Get your Milo in. Amantle. You're going to need it, because I'm not going to make this one easy for you, okay? I'm not going to play games. I'm going to play a game.
He's taking it seriously.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so Noah, you're going to help me count down. The minute they throw the first ball through the hoop, there will be a timer that will be activated, and myself and Noah will count them down from 3. Are you guys ready?
We're ready.
Are you
ready? Let's do our
Noah,
ready dance.
Are you ready? Yes. Awesome. Oh, they've even got a dance.
Okay, yeah, that's our ready dance. Okay,
there we go. Okay, 3, 2,
1, and go. Yo!
Remember, you have to get it in the hoop.
It's a bit of a slow start. A slow start.
Here we go.
Both of us. It's a slow start for both. Yay! I've got 1.
Then you have to keep playing.
Amantle, what did I say to you? I said I'm here to play a game, not games.
Okay. Just remember, winner of challenge 1 challenges the winner of challenge 2.
Oh, come on.
I am 4.
No, that's impossible. How are you on 4? Okay, I've got 4. Okay, you're on 6 now. Wait. I feel like you've rigged this game, Amantle, somehow. Okay, I'm on 6.
She's on 10.
Okay, well, I'm on 8. Okay.
I'm 12.
Come on. Okay, you're really good at this. And Katie, you've got far more energy than I do. Okay, cool.
Oh, Tabiso's catching up. 19. Amakle's got 26. 6, 5.
No ways! No ways! No ways! No ways! No ways! Come on! 31! God, check! Come on! Okay.
We have a winner! It is Tabiso with 31 points. You were leading the whole
Look at her
way.
face! That dance was still to celebrate my win, right? Because you and I are friends, right? Yes. And we celebrate each other, right? We do. That's how we do.
Done.
That nearly ended me. Noah, are you ready? Okay, take
You're
a
ready.
sip.
Take a sip, and you are challenging me.
Are you challenging? The winner of this challenge takes on.
The winner of challenge 2. So challenge 2 must still
Okay,
play.
my girl, I'm
Find out
checking
who's
that you're
the
here.
winner.
Checking that you're here.
You're going to be this side, young man. Are you ready?
Yes.
I used to play netball in school, so I get very competitive.
All right, let's go.
3,
2,
1.
1, and shoot! Come on, Noah. Come on, Noah. Zoe
Here
on
we
the left,
go.
Noah on the right. Let's see who's going to take this one. It's a very tight game, but it seems like both players are really up for the challenge. Who will it be to score first? Noah gets it in.
Thank you.
He's got 2 points. 0 for Zoe, 4 for Noah, and at 0, Zoe. You, Zoe, need to put your back into it. Represent your netball team from high school. 2 for Zoe, 10 for Noah, 4 for Zoe. It seems like Zoe is catching up and catching on. How are you feeling about this game so far, Mate?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Do you think they're doing a good job? Do you think Noah's going to win this one? It seems
I
like
think
he's
he will.
going really well there for himself.
10, 14.
10, 14.
Oh.
10,
no.
14, Amaka, and it's moving very fast. Who do you think is going to take it?
Noah?
I think Noah's taking it, but Zoe is not doing a bad job. Zoe is getting in there. Zoe is getting very, very close. It's getting really, really tight. 13 for Zoe, 18 for Noah, 16 for Zoe, 18 for Noah. The game is heating up. Who will it be? At 21 for Noah as we near the end. 3, 2, 1, and time is up! Take your win. Take your win. Take the win. Put it here. 21 for Noah. We've got a winner.
We do have a winner.
I mean-
So Noah's winner of challenge 2.
Yes.
Tabiso's winner of challenge 1. Now that just means the two of you have to go head to head, and we need to find out who is going to be Expresso Show's hoop master. Are you ready? Okay.
Okay,
So
I'm gonna
Noah,
take
you go.
you on,
Tabiso
Noah.
go, and myself and
Noah,
Amanda, we're going to
how are
be
you feeling
cheering,
energy-wise?
right?
Do you think you can do this? Are you going to beat me the way you did Zoe?
Yes.
Okay,
3,
right.
2, 1, go. Okay, so now the timer has been activated, and now we go.
Hey.
All will count.
Hey!
There we go.
Hey, you scored for me, Noah! Wait! Oh, come on.
Just remember,
come on.
haste creates waste, so take your time. 8.
Your time, Noah. That's what Zoe wants us to do.
No.
Take our
I
time.
want him to practice precision.
Oh, come
there we
on.
go. Look at that.
Look at that.
Go, Noah.
Look at that. Yeah. Okay, Noah, you really are good at this.
Oh, the score is equal.
Do you
This
play
is
this?
10-10.
Do you shoot hoops a lot?
Ten pounds.
You don't?
No.
So this is really just your lucky day. Oh man, you are doing so well. So well. I'm still in the lead though. Oh, you're catching on.
He is catching up.
15 seconds.
There we go. Come on, you got 15 seconds. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
There we go.
Come on.
Losing you.
There we go.
9.
There we go. One more.
No.
You got 3 more seconds. 2 more seconds. No. Yay. Oh. No. Ladies and gentlemen, good job. Our hoop master is the one and only Tabiso. Are you okay?
Yes. I'll have some Milo, please. A big glass of Milo for me over here. Thanks so much.
We'll make sure you get your Milo. Now, physical activity, it can be fun wherever you are, and be sure to visit Milo SA Facebook page for fun and inspirational home ground ideas for the kids and the entire family to get involved in at home. Well done, Hoops Master.
Thank you.
There we go. Well, you guys did an amazing job. Whew. Let's sanitize. There we go. Are you ready?
Sanitize and...
The hoop master. There we go.
Breakfast your day with Nestle Milo.
Only you can make my day. It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You're still locked in, of course, at your Feel Good Breakfast Show here on this beautiful Tuesday, and we're choosing you, Mzansi. Now, Cupcakes of Hope is a registered non-profit company and a public benefit organization that aims to raise awareness surrounding childhood cancer, as well as assist in raising funds for families in need of medical assistance. Now, this community-driven project, led and founded by Sandy Cipriano, that achieves its objectives through the love of baking cupcakes. How delicious does that sound?
I love it. And now, to celebrate International Childhood Cancer Day on the 15th of February, the organization is calling all enthusiastic bakers and even closet bakers to help them raise 500,000 rands that will go towards helping families in need of medical assistance. Sandy is joining us right now. A very good morning to you, Sandy. Good to have you on the show.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Now, Sandy, listen, you've decided to work hand in hand with families who are going through what is definitely a very, very difficult point in their lives. So what was your motivation for starting Cupcakes for Hope?
So Cupcakes of Hope, unfortunately, a close friend of ours, her daughter Kiara was diagnosed when she was only 2 years old, and after her third birthday, little Kiara gained her angel wings. But seeing what this journey did to the family, God just put it on my heart to help other children in similar situations, and that's when we then registered Cupcakes of Hope in 2012, and from there we helped the one patient the first year, and it's just grown and mushroomed across South Africa.
Wow, that is truly inspiring to hear, to take your own lived experience, as painful as it was going through that in that particular moment, and using that knowledge to help other people out there. How do the funds raised help the families?
So the funds that we help raise assist children by paying for their medical and day-to-day expenses. Lockdown obviously has been very hard on our families. The second week last year when lockdown started, we actually received a request from one of the doctors in Joburg. She had a 6-year-old little girl that lost her leg due to cancer, and the family couldn't afford to pay for the prosthetic leg. We immediately jumped in. We donated the 38,000 rand, and for me, one of those miracles during lockdown moments was receiving a video 2 weeks later from the mommy showing us not just where her daughter is walking, but where her 6-year-old daughter is dancing.
Oh,
and
wow.
Those are moments of miracles that we call them during lockdown.
Truly are, and it sounds like a miracle. And not only that, but these miracles you've been performing since anywhere around 2012, I believe. And since then, you've been raising so much and doing so much for families, with a total of 2 million rand being raised in the process, which I also believe happens to be a fact in you breaking a Guinness World Record, which is absolutely phenomenal. But my question is, how has the organization continued to grow throughout these years and attract more more like-minded people? And also, how many children are you currently assisting right now?
So when we talking about the world records, we are always up for a challenge, and so we use these world records to create awareness and raise funds for our children. But the most important thing, the basis of our foundation has always been that you don't need money to make a difference. All you need is a bit of time and lots of love. And we invite anybody to become a cupcake angel. We have got bakers from as young as 3 right up to 90-year-old ladies that bake for us. We've got firemen that bake for us. So it's a lovely initiative where the whole family can get together, and like we say, we call it bake a difference in the lives of children with cancer. And then just talking about the amount of children that we assist. So we assist between 80 and 120 children every single month. During COVID, that amount went up. In July last year, we helped 131 children in just 1 month. So the need is huge, and we encourage anybody out there, if you have got flour, eggs, milk in your cupboards, you can become a cupcake angel.
Sandy, everything that you've just shared with us is just like, wow, during a global pandemic and so many things being overlooked, your organization has ensured that children get, a better chance at life through the work that you're doing. And as you've mentioned, just from a simple recipe of baking cupcakes, since 2012, you have raised over 2 million rands. That's truly inspirational. You are celebrating, or rather doing a fundraiser for the 15th of Feb, which is International Childhood Cancer Day. Please tell us more of how we can get involved as the public.
Yes, so our target every year is actually to raise over 2 billion rand a year. So we've actually raised loads and loads of money. So we're so blessed with that. But for this month, our target is 500,000 rand. And the reason is we need at least 500,000 rand to help at least about 100 children for the next 5 months. Very easy. All you need to do is pledge 24 cupcakes or 48 cupcakes. You register on our website, cupcakesofhope.org. We will send you all the info, and then you start baking, and you ask your friends or work colleagues or family to make a 10 or 20 rand donation per cupcake. Our target is huge. It's 500,000 rand. We're halfway there, so we still need about 500 bakers to come on board, and the challenge is for the whole month of February. So please, guys, join us, support us. It is the sweetest way to help save a life, and our slogan is #Bake a Difference, and we hopefully will get more bakers on board to help us this month.
Oh, Sandy Cipriano, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much for what you're doing, and thank you for joining us in studio for all these incredible years that you've been giving to all these families. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you so much for having us. Bye.
I love that. Bake a difference.
2 bakers that I think are up for a challenge right now, G and Jamie.
We are going to bake a difference right now. We are going to become angels and help play our part. We were so inspired by Cupcakes of Hope that we thought we'd give it a try. Have you made cupcakes before? Are you
Can I tell you a story? So last year for Luca's birthday, I decided I was going to make a cake. I told everyone, I told the food team, guys, I'm going to make a cake. When I got home, I literally just bought like a vanilla mix, and I made him a small little muffin, and I put number 2 in, and I was like, happy birthday, Luca. It was the worst cupcake ever, so today I'm going to redeem myself.
You are going to redeem yourself. I baked Jack a cake for his 3rd birthday with a little bit of help as well, but I loved it. And I love that we are able to do something that it seems so small, but when you look at the way that Cupcakes for Hope are utilizing this and what they've tapped into, it can become something really big. And obviously anything for young children, especially those going through the kind of challenges that this organization supports, we are on board.
We are,
So I'm going to take care of the sweetness. You're going to take care of the business end here, the actual cupcakes. So rock and roll, girl.
So the foodies team prepped me well. They said dry and wet ingredients. So we're going to start with our dry ingredients. This is the self-raising flour. We're going to put the sugar in.
And obviously when we're baking, we always generally use the caster sugar because that dissolves into the mixture a lot more easily.
Absolutely. Some baking powder.
Okay.
And then a pinch of salt just to balance out that flavors.
And that is an activator, the salt. Yeah. Cool.
Exactly. You can see you have a lot
No,
of
the key
experience in
is
this.
to use big words that you have no idea how they actually apply, and it just sounds like you know what you're talking about.
Okay, so that looks beautiful already.
Well done.
Then we're going to move over to our wet ingredients. So we have egg here. We have some vanilla essence. I can actually just use this again. That goes in.
Cool.
Where's Zoe now? I miss her. Zoe. And then some milk that also goes in. Some water and your oil as well. So pretty simple. It is, of course, a very easy vanilla cupcake recipe. And then you're going to mix that as well.
You want to maybe use the whisk?
You could use a whisk if you want to, but like, whatever mixes it, it's perfect.
Like I have any idea. I love it.
Okay. And then the wet obviously goes into your dry ingredients. Perfect. And that's going to be the base for the cupcakes. Should I continue with the whisk? Yes.
Yeah, there we go. That's cool. I mean, it should be simple. And I mean, the key is just try. If you haven't done something like this before, maybe, expect 1 or 2 flops, but expect something spectacular as well.
And the trick is with this is obviously a base, but you can throw in some coloring in here to get it different colors.
I like that, yeah.
Have the kids play around with different colors as well. So that is exciting.
You can make little, unicorn cupcakes. Wow, no, that's a strong arm. That's a strong arm. That's a girl who knows how to whisk. Okay, and then that goes into the oven for 15 minutes until they rise and they look absolutely amazing.
The trick is not to fill the cupcake holder to full. You want to put just a little bit in because it does obviously.
It's going to rise quite a bit.
Rise as well.
Okay.
And then, like I said, 15 to 17 minutes. You can pop a toothpick in there.
If it comes out clean, sorted. Cool. Okay, well, I think the same thing about the color applies to your frosting or your icing as well. We're going for a butter icing here, which is, again, really simple to make. All you need is butter, yes, and your icing sugar. And what we're using here is a vanilla extract, and to give it that extra beautiful nutty taste, some hazelnut essence as well. So I'm going to put that in. Get our...
Are you winning there?
Oh, yeah, and that's a strong scent. So don't overuse the hazelnut essence because it's quite powerful, and it also adds a little additional sweetness as well. And then we're going to add in our icing sugar. And this thing, the key here is you want to make sure that your butter is room temperature. So get it out of the fridge early because in order to be able to mix it
This
through.
is where I knew I gave this to you for a reason because I needed you to work.
Well, listen, I'm not as strong as you. Like, I ain't got no whisk-breaking strength behind me. But this it does require a bit of elbow grease, but you want to work it through until it forms a beautiful creamy texture. And then ultimately, I mean, it's up to you. You can just spoon it on top. You can, if you want to get zhuzh, you can get a piping bag and you can start mixing it through. I can make nice little twirl designs like our foodie team have done there.
That looks
Sprinkles on top, unicorn horns, butterfly wings, whatever you want. But the bottom line is, at its base, this is a really simple, easy way of creating a cupcake. And now we can sell these for, how much do you think we should sell these for?
5 rand.
No ways, man. $50 a pop.
Wow,
it's for a good cause,
Okay,
man.
definitely.
We've got to help them. Cupcakes for Hope raise 250,000 rands. You see, that's coming together nicely.
Do you think Rylan, Kutle, and Tabs and Zoe would pay 50 rand for
They're
this?
going to have to. They don't have a choice. They don't have a choice. So there you have it, guys. Vanilla cupcakes. As we said, you can take this in any different direction that you want. You could go chocolate. You could go blue. You could go pink. You could go multicolored. The key thing is to just try it. And this is a great kind of relatively easy way to get into your baking before you tackle a big cake or something more extravagant. Make some beautiful cupcakes, and why not to do it for an amazing cause as well. And we'll keep those details up on our social media platforms, and you can find this on expressoshow.com. Yeah?
That looks beautiful.
It's my feel good breakfast show.
Sanbonani Tumelanga Busheni. Hello. Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Expresso here on SABC3. Our next guest is a superstar. From making videos of herself singing from her parents' bedroom at the start of lockdown to having over 2 million views on social media and releasing a debut single, British South African singer and songwriter Lauren Nordstrom has become a massive online success in a short space of time. Her creative music videos of her singing jazzy freestyles to soulful R&B songs and poems have become a hit on social media platforms such as TikTok and Instagram. We get to know the singer and songwriter a little bit better before she performs 3 of her viral hits this morning. Please give a warm Expresso welcome to Lauren Nordstrom. Hey!
Hi.
How you doing, Lauren?
I'm good. I'm really excited to be here. So thank you so much. Thank you.
It's really good seeing you in person and in your life, because what I did see from you was an incredible video in March 2020. You were singing at your parents' place. It was during the lockdown, of course, and it went absolutely viral. Something like 2 million views on TikTok.
Wow. Yeah, it was crazy.
Was that the agenda? Was that the game plan? Like, I'm gonna make a viral video, or was it just like, whoa, what's happening?
No, not at all. I was just, there was nothing to do during lockdown, and I was like, I might as well just put my things out there. And there was maybe like 100 views for about 6 hours, and then it just started to skyrocket, and it just took off. And it was, me and my family were sat in the kitchen just shaking. We couldn't believe it. So it was a shock.
So while people were baking banana bread and doing other things during the lockdown period, how did you manage to get, your creative juices flowing and decided, you know what, let me use my talent for something?
Yeah, that's a good question. It was crazy, previously, before lockdown, I had access to so many resources, and I felt so overwhelmed. And then when we went into lockdown, I literally had nothing but a camera. And with all that confinement, I felt so free to do what I wanted, I found a lot of creativity in that kind of limitation, and I think that's where it all stemmed from.
It's quite ironic, though, if the way you mention it, because you think as an artist you want physical freedom to free your expression and your thoughts, but yet that confinement, I guess, forced some beautiful focus.
Yeah, it did, and no one was more surprised than me.
Something that's surprising to me is the first time I heard your voice, I can't put my finger on it. Is it jazz? Is it soul? Is it blues? Is it pop? I don't know. What is it about? Where is your influence, and who is it that's influencing your style? Or is it something that's just completely raw?
Yeah, well, I grew up, I started doing musicals at the age of 7, but I listened to hip hop, and a lot of my favorite artists, Drake, The Weeknd. I listened to a lot of hip hop, but also jazz, and grew up on Whitney, so it's all over the place, So I get influence from all different places in my life.
We love to hear it. And something that we obviously cannot overlook is the English accent that you have, okay? Tell us about your life in England. What are you doing there, and what made you come back down to South Africa?
Well, so my dad's British and my mom's South African.
Okay.
And so that's where the half it comes from. But I actually grew up in Dubai, and so, went to international school, and that's where the accent comes from. I stick out like a sore thumb in Cape Town, so.
I think it gives you a nice exotic appeal. And I must say, you mentioned something about studying film and media earlier in your days. So for you, and when I watch your videos, I see how you carry yourself. There's a confidence. You mentioned you started at the age of 7 years old, so you've got the experience too. So I can imagine being in front of the camera is a comfortable thing for you. So is there an expectation of maybe transferring over to film and some acting as well?
I think
you've ticked all the other boxes, clearly.
Well, I actually, there was a point where I really wanted to go into acting. But what I love about music is that I can do that through music videos. I can be a character on a music video, and then I can also, edit and direct these things by myself. So I get to kind of expand all my avenues and do all the different mediums of art through just one,
channel.
Yeah.
Unfair, actually. You get to shoot 10 movies in one album. That's awesome.
We love a multi-talented queen. Lauren Nordstrom is still here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Do not go anywhere, because she's about to uplift the feel goodness here in studio with 3 wonderful performances. So make sure you don't go anywhere.
And of course, now that we've had a taste of the awesome music still to come, all we need is a great cup of coffee.
Yeah. We absolutely love it. It's a Travel Tuesday, so it's only fitting that we try something new from around the world. And maybe you didn't know this. We know, obviously, the Chinese are best known for their tea, but it's a little-known fact that they have also grown coffee for centuries. However, their modern coffee culture, as we know it, only really started developing recently, and it's blown up, with Shanghai at the forefront of this very exciting coffee culture revolution. And our World Explorations Shanghai Lungo gives us a little bit of insight into the emerging Asian coffee culture. So I'm going to make one right now. I'm going to make a lungo for myself.
Are you?
With a little bit of milk. I have a lot of fun with my machine, I must say. Like, I seldom stick to just a one-button kind of coffee. I'll experiment with different kinds of milks, different kinds of frost, different kind of strengths of coffee, which I love. So I'm going for the 110 ml lungo right now. And obviously, these are all best. The entire lungo range, obviously best enjoyed at lungo. It's a longer drinking coffee. It's these ones, they cover all flavor variants or kind of intensities, if you will, which is quite nice. So you can have the intense, you can have the mild, and you can have the kind of middle of the road. This one is lovely. It's got quite a fruity acidity.
Definitely.
And it doesn't punch too hardcore. It's got a nice hint of citrus there as well, some sweet notes. I absolutely love it.
Because it is crafted from Kenyan and some Chinese and also Indonesian Arabicas, which has quite a distinctive light roast blend, which will really please the palate. Again, you get that berry notes, that very acidic taste to it. I love it.
It's nice, and it's still got a little bit of kind of an intense aftertaste, but it's nice. So what I'm doing here is I'm adding hot foam. You can just go with the hot milk. I mean, you could create a latte with something like this, but generally what I'll do is I'll use my big, Nespresso travel mug and use like 3
I saw you walking around with it behind
there we go,
the
and then you just press the button again to turn it off, and I've created myself a lungo.
Lungo.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yes, perfect. Way to start
it is lovely and fresh and beautiful. And there you have it. It's part of the Lungo range. Smooth, fruity blend of Arabicas, distinct origins to represent the diverse and forward-facing taste of a modern city like Shanghai.
Cheers.
Cheers, huh? Oh, it smells good, eh?
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show right here on SABC3. You are in for a feel-good kind of show, yes?
Yeah, you are indeed. Of course, we're still here with Lauren, and they're going to be performing something special. It's inspired by Tom Mish, and David's on the guitar to bring us the magic. But before we do, let's see what's happening first up in the news.
Thanks so much, team. Let's start here in South Africa, where the Eastern Cape Legislature has accepted a motion to establish free online public schools in the province. This as online education provides solutions to problems such as overcrowded schools and pupils and teachers are safe amid the coronavirus pandemic. The Department of Education will now have to submit a plan for their establishment to the Portfolio Committee on Education in the province within 30 days. It's hoped that this type of school will also bring relief to existing problems such as poor maintenance of schools. Then South Africa has placed its rollout of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine on hold after a study showed disappointing results against its new COVID variant. It was established that the vaccine offered minimal protection against mild and moderate cases. However, it's hoped that the vaccine will still be effective in preventing severe cases. Since the start of the pandemic, South Africa has recorded more than 46,000 deaths, the most of any country in Africa. Health Minister William Kize said vaccines produced by Johnson & Johnson and Pfizer would be available in the coming weeks. Casting a wider net on the international front, Germany, Poland and Sweden have each expelled a Russian diplomat in a tit-for-tat move after Russia expelled 3 diplomats from those countries. The Kremlin accused the 3 EU diplomats of participating in mass street protests in support of jailed opposition leader Alexei Navalny. The EU has condemned the jailing of Navalny and called for the immediate release. And it has also urged Russia to hold a transparent investigation into the poisoning of the 44-year-old Navalny last August with the nerve agent Novichok. Then bringing it back to the continent, Nigeria's Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala could become the first African and first woman to lead the embattled World Trade Organization, otherwise known as the WTO. This after a South Korean rival withdrew on Friday and the United States reversed its previous opposition. The Biden administration has expressed its strong support for Okonjo-Iweala, lauding her experience at the World Bank and leading Nigeria's finance ministry. These developments have ended months of uncertainty over the leadership of the global trade body and cleared the way for the WTO members to confirm Okonjo-Iweala as the next WTO Director General. And now some amazing news of a brilliant woman's creation in Kenya. So in Kenya, a brilliant young woman has started a company manufacturing bricks from recycled plastic. Nzambi Mati says she was tired of hearing of civil servants struggling with plastic waste in the capital city of Nairobi. So this materials engineer created a product that is 5 to 7 times stronger than concrete. Mati, founder of Gajenge Makers, which transforms plastic waste into durable building materials, also designed the machines that manufacture the bricks in her factory. The result is a line of versatile building materials pressed via hydraulic machine into different thicknesses that sell in a variety of colors at an average of $7.7 per square meter. Thus far, she has employed more than 110 people, helping to churn out some 1,500 bricks every day. And she says they have recycled about 20 metric tons of plastic waste in the process since the company was founded back in 2018. Very soon, she hopes to add a much larger manufacturing line that will triple her production capacity. Boy, doesn't the world need that now. That's where we leave our news for this hour. Let's get back into our sporting headlines. We start with cricket and Pakistan. They've completed a 2-0 clean sweep over the Proteas with an emphatic 95-run victory on day 5 in Rawalpindi yesterday. South Africa resumed full of hope on the day with 127 for 1 on the board, needing 243 runs to win and level the series 1-1. But Pakistan's Hassan Ali picked up 5 wickets as South Africa's batting order collapsed yet again, losing 7 wickets for just 33 runs. The T20 series between Pakistan and the Proteas will kickstart on Thursday. Then on to netball news, and good news at that. Netball South Africa yesterday announced that all planned activities would resume effective immediately. Last month, all netball activities were suspended due to a new spike in COVID-19 cases. The first event to take place under strict health and safety regulations will be the Netball Challenge, which will feature the Spar Proteas, the SA President's 12, the Baby Proteas, Uganda's She Cranes, with Namibia yet to confirm their participation. This tournament will take place in Cape Town from the 24th to the 31st of March. Then on to footballing news. The Giant Slayers continue on their path in the Nedbank Cup. Cape Town Spurs advanced to the Nedbank Cup round of 16 after beating Baraka FC 5-4 on penalties at the Peter Makaba Stadium in Polokwane last night. So Cape Town Spurs will now face Cape Town All-Stars in that last 16. The other round of 16 fixtures will see defending champions Mamelodi Sundowns up against Polokwane City. Tupi United, they face Cape Town City, and Maritzburg United will take on the Buccaneers Orlando Pirates. Then it's heating up in the world of tennis for 2021. Reigning Australian Open champion Novak Djokovic, he started his title defense by dropping just 6 games while recording a 6-3, 6-1, 6-2 win over France's Jeremy Chardy, Austrian third seed Dominic Thiem, German sixth seed Alexander Zverev, and Australia's Nick Kyrgios. They also advanced to the next round of the tournament. Then in the women's singles draw, 23-time Grand Slam winner Serena Williams, she's looking strong, beat Laura Sigamont 6-1, 6-1, and US Open champion Naomi Osaka, she claimed a convincing 6-1, 6-2 win over Russia's Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova. And then finally on to motorsports. Formula One world champion Lewis Hamilton has signed a new 1-year contract with Mercedes. That's for the 2021 season. The 36-year-old Hamilton, who is a 7-time F1 champ, will now race for Mercedes for a 9th season. The 2021 Formula One season is scheduled to officially kickstart on Sunday, the 28th of March at the Bahrain International Circuit. That's where we leave our sport for this hour. Let's take another look at some of your beautiful sunrise pictures and get set for the weather today.
We kick off our 7 a.m. weather update by showing some viewers' sunrise images. Gary Oakamp posted this misty morning from the beachfront in East London, Emonti. Your maximum will hit a 27 degrees peak today and provide you with plenty of sunshine. Katla Ronaldo from Moinoi in the northwest shared this picturesque image of the suburbs. There will be a shower in places this morning, giving way to times of sun and clouds, and you will reach a maximum of 26 degrees. Please continue to share your sunrises from your parts of the country. Simply head over to Expresso Facebook page to post your pictures and we will show it live on the show. While we do enjoy experiencing sunrises from our beautiful country of South Africa, we do have some international viewers tuning in right now on both YouTube and the Africa channel in the USA. This morning, we report on the weather from Cairo, Egypt. Cairo is the capital as well as the largest city of Egypt with a population of 21.3 million. Located near the Nile Delta, Egypt is famous for the Giza Pyramid Complex and the ancient city of Memphis. Today's forecast is set to hit a high of 29 degrees with times of sun and clouds. Reporting on international weather has just given me all the FOMO to travel, so please make sure to share your part of the world as well on our Facebook page. Now we take a look at the inclement weather in Europe, where a major ski event was cancelled because of too much snow. The opening women's combined race at the Alpine Skiing World Championships in Cortina d'Ampezzo was postponed yesterday due to heavy overnight snow in the Italian Dolomites. Organizers said the work required on the slopes forced them to postpone the event. Volunteers were working all through the night to prepare the courses for men's and women's individual Super G races scheduled for today. They are now holding thumbs because the weather forecast is promising at the moment, and it seems it will not be snowing again until this afternoon or night. We bring it back with today's temperatures. If you find yourself at Polokwane, hello, 18 is your low, reaching a high of 27 degrees, but be on the lookout for some wet conditions as well. Bombela, 55% thunder showers is forecast in your part of the country. Pretoria, 18, 26 are your temperatures. Jozi Maboneng, you kick off the morning with a minimum of 17, reaching an afternoon high of 25 degrees. Mahikeng, some thunder showers forecast in your part of the country with a maximum of 28 degrees. Klerksdorp, your high for the day is 29 from a low of 18 degrees. It's a mostly sunny day in Kimberley, reaching a high of 34 degrees. Bloemfontein, 17:30. Richards Bay, it's a rainy day in your part of the country, 23, 29. Pietermaritzburg, you start off your morning with a minimum of 20, reaching a maximum of 28 degrees. We now move over to South Africa's playground, Durban, 24, 28 with 25% chance of rain. Mthatha, Molweni, 16, 26. 27. East London, 19, 27. Cradock, your temperatures range from 14, reaching a high of 35. The friendly city of Port Elizabeth, you start off the morning in the high teens, 18 degrees, reaching an afternoon high of 26. George, it's a sunny day with a maximum of 25 degrees. Cape Town, the sun is out in your part of the country as well, 19, 25. Worcester, 14, 37, and Sutherland coming through with a low of 12 degrees, reaching a high of 32 degrees. And we rounded up with Uppington, starting the day with a minimum temperature of 24 degrees, reaching a maximum of 38 degrees, the highest temperature in the country this Tuesday. This was your 7 o'clock weather roundup. We'll have another look shortly after 8 o'clock. Whichever part of the country you're in, whatever the weather, make sure to have yourselves a feel-good kind of day.
Thank you so much, Kukla Adams. This country is looking super hot. And one thing that is going to be super hot is his performance right now. And it's our British South African singing sensation, Lauren Nordstrom, who had a lot of fun writing and producing music during the national lockdown last year. And her music that came from what she calls her quarantine creativity. Now, it's since gone viral with millions of views on social media, from TikTok all the way through to Instagram. And Lauren liked a beat by English musician and producer Tom Misch, so much so that she put her own spin on it with incredible songwriting skills. Now, taking to the floor to perform Drip Dry, here is Lauren Nordstrom with guitarist David Lehman.
This is your golden moment to shine. Boy, baby, please. You're caught up in your dream and you're all faded in control. You're jumping in and out of soul. This is what you're dreaming for. Escaping's got you sleeping more. Got you swept and dipped, I got you down. Flipped and whipped, you're shouting now. Boy, you know you're getting old now. This a fight worth living for. Boy, you're the dude who drips and dries. Feels healed when you get high. Man, I like the feeling when I flip the switch and start the motion, boy. You'll know it's healing when I get you off this bed. It's a newborn feeling when I flip the switch and start the motion, boy. You're the dude who drips and dries. Feels healed when you get high. Man, I like the feeling when I flip the switch and start the motion, boy. You'll know it's healing when I get you off this bed. It's a newborn feeling when I flip the switch and start the motion. Switch the tip, I got you locked in. It's the tip, you know you got me. Falling for you, falsely got me. Out of joy for you, out of joy for you. Do you know a clown who paints his face plain? That's the kind of guy who plays a blame game. You the kind of man that makes my face change. Yeah, you the kind of man that makes my face change. Boy, boy, for you, out of joy for you. Out of joy for you, out of joy for you. And this is your golden moment to shine. Yeah, yeah.
Wow, I have absolute goosebumps. A sultry performance by the two of them. And of course, Mzansi, don't go anywhere. Lauren is going to be sticking with us in the studio and performing even more magic, of course. So stay around and we'll see you soon.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
So earlier this morning, we took a trip to Shanghai with a taste of Nespresso's World Explorations Shanghai capsule, and it was delicious. Now we explore the cuisine. These savory Chinese-style spring onion pancakes are chewy, they're crispy, and they are swimming in a mouth-watering pool of garlic, ginger, and soy sauce. That's going to give both your immunity and your taste buds a massive kickstart. Jenny Morris now joins us to take us through the motions. This is exciting. This is my vibe.
This is my vibe indeed, and let me tell you how I miss Shanghai and all that delicious food. So pancakes are like a big thing. Can you imagine lovely succulent duck with it? But just as it is. So I'm going to teach you the dough. It's very intimidating when you see the pancakes on a Chinese table, but it's so easy to make.
Brilliant.
Very important, hot water.
Hot water, okay.
Hot water, darling. And we go straight in with that, and then just we give it a good old mix and get it going.
Why the hot water?
Because it creates a lovely flaky dough. You get different types of, can you see here, look, it's nice and glutinous. It just pulls everything together. And as one does, I'm going to just pop this behind me.
Magically dissolve, and we've got a little dough ball.
Yes, and you bring it together, you know, like a little dough. And then over here, you can see it's gorgeous and it's pliable. And all one needs to do
the glutens are really working there.
The gluten has done its thing. And the Chinese love anything glutinous, especially like when you have like the Chinese New Year, they have these big jellyfish, not jellyfish as a jelly made from jelly. They love chewy.
Wow.
They love chewy and textured things. So you could just roll this into a round. You can roll it into a rectangle. And the important thing here, because it's a beautiful flaky pancake, some oil. So we take the oil and the flour and we mix it. And what happens is we paint it.
Oh, wow.
And we just do this. And we pop a little bit onto here, like so.
It's going to give us that beautiful flaky exterior.
Gorgeous, gorgeous, because we're going to roll it, baby. And some salt.
Of course, as we must.
Oh, can you hear that? That's gorgeous. This is my rock candy, sweetheart, rock candy salt. And then you go like so. Now, there's a couple of ways you can do it. I do it this way. You know what I like to do?
Is that spring onion? Or
it's spring onion.
I was going to say, that's a lot of chili, girl.
Oh, darling. Can never be enough chili for me. And then normally what I do is I just give it a kind of a coil and a twist.
Okay.
And I do that, and I pop it down, and then I roll it out, and you end up with something like that, you see. So while I start frying that, you're going to give me
Can I make the sauce?
Please
yes.
do. You've got lime juice, you've got ginger, you've got garlic, you've got chili. Chili, 3 times the amount of orange, okay? So a little bit of elbow grease, give it a mix, and I'm going to just add, what's nice about this is you don't deep fry it.
Okay.
It's a beautiful, beautiful shallow fry, okay? And the important thing is to get it gorgeous and crispy and golden. We're going to eat this, my darling. If you're nice to me, I might even consider sharing it with you.
I promise, I'll be very nice. Well, this really is my flavor profile. I absolutely love this. This kind of Asian flavor profile works for me. I like the heat. I like the balance of salty and sweet.
Gorgeous.
All this.
Isn't that lovely? Now that's got hoisin sauce as well, which is like a Chinese barbecue. Or you could just have plain soya sauce.
Or no, go with the hoisin. That's one of my favorite flavor profiles.
And you know what I love doing with this is to make more spring onion. I make like a very thin, eggy pancake, omelette with spring onion, a bit of coriander, which they call Chinese parsley.
Okay.
Really, really nice. And then I hoy it onto here, darling. And you spread it with that, or you can just go dip, 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 tear and dip. Delicious.
Beautiful.
Absolutely delicious. This is cooking. Oh, yes. Do you see how easy it is, people? I mean, really?
Literally seconds to make.
Look here. Look here. And then give it a tip, and you can actually see that beautiful lacy formation. And it comes from literally doing that and then just rolling it out to suit your flavor profile.
Beautiful.
Yes.
You can find this entire recipe, this Asian-inspired exploration, on the expressoshow.com website. Beautiful stuff. And that really does take seconds.
Literally. And what's nice is you can actually make these up front, and you can just flour them lightly and then layer them in parchment paper and just stick them in the fridge.
Oh, wow.
And then eat. They also freeze very well.
I love it. It's amazing. It's simple, and it is absolutely delicious. I'm hoping. Can I have a taste? Have I been good enough to earn a little taste?
Well, you know what? Because I like you so much, I could consider giving you a
Just
little,
maybe,
a little
just
taste.
maybe.
Well, you see, I'm a mummy, so I like feeding my boys. Just tear a piece off there and maybe do a little dip in some sauce and tell me what you think. I know you're going to love it. And you can put shredded chicken. I mean, you can actually take this and fill it with something and just wrap it and roll it, you know, and use it as a nice Chinese wrap.
The crispy crunch absolutely makes it. And that sauce is amazing. I pat myself on the back for that amazing sauce. Jen, this is beautiful. It's delicious. It's fragrant. It is so, so lovely.
And it's light.
And it's light.
Really light.
That is amazing. I would suggest to make a lot because you're going to want to eat a lot.
A pile.
Oh, make a lot of dipping sauce as well. Absolutely beautiful stuff. Well, you know what else is amazing in this kitchen? Our kitchen fairy. And because it is the month of love, there is someone very special I want to ask to join us right now because she's looking so gorgeous and TV ready this morning. Nicole, get in here.
Oh, Nikki.
And we're all going to sanitize just very quickly,
yes.
as we do.
Here, Nick, give me your hands.
So our particular kitchen fairy in this case, she really is the perfect combination of magic, a lot of sass, and a lot of love for us. She really does help us so much. So let's all say it together. I do believe in fairies. She is Nicole, obviously, and she really does work so hard behind the scenes. She is someone that relentlessly operates to ensure that all of these amazing recipes come together. She makes sure that all of our food segments run smoothly, which is a lot on live TV. So I want you to stand right there. You do look gorgeous this morning as well, so thank you for that. And then we are I'm going to hand over the microphone, if you can pass that across.
Should I just give it a little spritz for you, Donald?
We are obviously just expressing our love because we share a lot of love in the studio, and we've got just a little token to say how much we love you this morning, and I'll let you kind of get through that and enjoy it at your leisure. But we know that you've recently moved into your own spot and you're settling in, so a couple of goodies to help you get settled in your new home. We've got
stalking me.
I know, but we love that. We get excited for each other. In there, you'll find a beautiful modern country road frame, Kai soap pump, and a box of delicious chocolates because you are so
That's amazing.
I need to find a boyfriend to go in here.
Oh gosh, you want to encapsulate him? Or just do a little click.
Do a self-portrait, girl, for now.
Thank you, guys.
That's stunning. That's stunning. Yes.
I hope it kind of matches the motif, the look and feel in your beautiful new spot.
Thank you.
But it's not lip service. We appreciate what you do behind the scenes.
Thanks
so much, and we've learned so much from you through this process as presenters who get to kind of tie it all together and steal your thunder completely by making it look like we actually cook the stuff. We can't tell you how much we love and appreciate everything you do, man. So happy Valentine's Day, girl.
Thank you, family. Thank you so much.
And as a chef, I can actually second that because as much as they can see what you do, I know what goes into it. So Nikki, for me, every time I'm here, you just make my life easy. So happy Valentine's year and month and century. And as for you, I'd like to give you something for Valentine's Day, but I've left it at home.
I know. I'll take my pancake for now. That's enough, girl. That's enough. Absolute love in this kitchen, and we love being able to create these things with you guys at home. So get on it, create this for yourself. And maybe this is a nice little Valentine's treat to give to someone that you love the most. Happy V-Day, girl. I'm living it.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Well, from acts of love to balloon arrangements, chocolates, candy, cards, and so much more, it can be hard deciding what to get that special somebody for Valentine's Day. But don't fear, because we're showing you our favorite bargains from the Crazy Store that are guaranteed to make your heart skip a bit this moment. We're also going to be upping the cheese and putting a twist on things as we choose our favorite Valentine's Day gifts and serve up our best pickup lines or grand gesture to go with. So let's see who will have the last laugh during the month of love. You ready?
Okay, I'm
You ready? You ready?
Yes.
I am ready.
Okay.
Okay.
Tabzi,
Mm-hmm.
this gift is for you. And before I give it to you, I have to ask you, are you tired?
A little bit.
Okay, because you've been running through my mind all day.
Zoe, thank you so much. This looks so good. I've always known it's all about love.
Do you have? This is so sweet. Thank you, Uncle Tabzi. I love every single thing of this. Yay, Mama. I couldn't bear my life without you. So, you know what I mean. So this one's for you. You can put your hands on it to give to Zoe.
I'm taking my hands, placing them underneath the bag, and passing the love from
Aw,
Jamie to
thank you. Oh, these are such sweet gift ideas. I also
But now
love
I need to know what's inside.
that
So
I got a
let's see.
rose,
You got a rose?
from Jamie. She gave me a cute little teddy bear, which is amazing if you're looking for great gifting ideas
Stunning.
for, you know, someone in class
Yeah.
or someone at work. Okay, these are my absolute favorites. These little candies.
Those
You
are
love
cute.
it? They're going to be living throughout the month of Feb in my lunchbox.
I don't think they'll make it to the end of Feb. You're gonna eat them all.
And then these are my absolute weakness, the little hot sweetie. Okay, anything with sweets is a good gifting idea for me. Take
Nice,
Yay.
nice. Okay, Zoe, I'm very excited to see what you've got in here for me. You know I've got a sweet tooth, and just like you, anything with sweets, we're good to go. Oh, wine glass and beer mug set. Well, this is very nice.
How cute is that?
Very, very nice. I love the variety, and the thing is, Zoe, do you know the many times where, you know, you just wanna just feel loved and you wanna cuddle something or somebody, but there's no one around. And when this is on the bed, this is gonna be the thing that I go to. Just, you see. Again, these make a feature again. Thank you so much. I love
That
those.
bag was full of
And share the love with love hearts. Oh my word. These remind me of high school.
Yes.
When you had a crush on someone and you would bulk buy these. Aww.
Zoe, do you
Thanks
have
so
a
much.
crush on
Zoe.
Tabisa? Do you want to tell us?
Of course.
We love those gifts. We're very interested to see what you packed in.
Yeah.
Let's get down to business.
Another
Another wine glass and beer mug set. This is perfect. I can drink my water out of this. A rose. Yay. All the love, all the feels. Some more candy, lots of candy.
Yeah.
We are going to eat this every single morning
Yeah.
before we start the set.
Yeah, and we must take videos, even like when we went home. So if you're eating it on a Saturday, take a video and send it to the person who gifted it to you.
Aww. I like
They're
that.
eating the thing.
And
That's
you know what's the
cute.
best part of this is
Yeah.
I can actually share it with Luca because that's my Valentine's.
Oh, man,
Hey,
this
Luca
is
must be
beautiful.
excited for this.
Well, you know what? We all know that Valentine's is the day of love, and it's a day where we let that special someone in our lives know that we really do care and we love them. And the Crazy Store, they really do have something for everyone, right?
That's right. We've got Valentine's Day bags
Yeah.
available. There are cute balloons. I
Yeah.
mean, look at all these delicious candies.
Yeah.
There's also some sweet roses and mugs that you can play around with. They really have a selection for everyone.
And accessories, guys. I mean, all of these things we've got on, like my bow tie, Zoe's hat, which is, I think, is the cutest thing I've seen. And look at those love ears. I mean, those or horns, whatever you call them. You have to love it. There is so much. You simply cannot run out of options.
And as I've mentioned as well, let us not forget those little ones. After all, the love that you have for your child is greater than anything else. And Valentine's is just the perfect day to celebrate that bond and everything.
Kids will
so
love the
everyone
stuff too.
celebrates.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they've even got cute little tutus for the kids. So really, there is
nice.
something for the whole family. And
Yeah.
the season of love, it is definitely here. And to stand a chance of winning a 500 Rand voucher to spend on your loved ones, reply to the competition post that is on the Expresso Facebook or Twitter page and tell us the following. What Valentine's Valentine's Day gift you'd love to receive from the Crazy Store? That is the question. And remember to include the hashtag #TheCrazyStoreValentine's Day to enter. And the competition will run until the 14th of February, which is Valentine's Day. And those T's and C's are available on our website, expressoshow.com.
So cool. I love you guys.
Love you too.
Love you.
Whoever you are, whatever you need, you'll find great value for the whole family at the Crazy Store. So duck into a store near you and be surprised.
Valentine's Day is just around the corner, only 5 days away to be quite factual. When it comes to picking gifts, I know it's not always easy. It's very difficult. You might find yourself asking, what do I choose? Or what is the right size? Or what's the right color? But fear ye not. Our fashion and beauty editor, Nox Mafu, is here to answer all of these questions. Nox, good morning.
Good morning.
Sistress, this time of the year is very stressful. It's very different from a birthday or an anniversary or anything of that sort. It's a celebration of something intimate,
absolutely.
of love.
I love that.
When it comes to buying gifts, give us some hacks to look out for, especially when it comes to choosing the right size.
Yeah, because it is a battle, right?
Yeah.
I think you want to make an impression on the person in your life. You want to make them feel good and special. So I think the first thing for me is to always choose something that's really intimate, something that you know that they're going to use all the time. And I think, Woolworths has a beautiful range in the sense that from sleepwear to kind of your accessories, I love at the moment, from the men's section, for instance, they've got great items of, underwear that they can wear, sleepwear also, which is really great. And then, of course, the comfort. So we're at home the whole time, so comfort is key. I love kind of the shoe range that they have going here. So for me, the first thing is to go for intimacy, to go for comfort, and those kind of sleepwear items are very easy for that. But the size thing.
Yes.
The size
I
thing.
know I'm not speaking for myself only. There are many people out there who fall victim when it comes to choosing the wrong size for someone else. What is the hack? What do I do?
Well, this is when you turn into a CSI agent, and I want you to take everything that you need to do. So a lot of the tricks, sneak into your partner's room, figure out what are the small things. I like to do when I hug a friend and just look at the size there.
Wow.
That's a fun way to do it. But once you've got the size and you've figured out, so just have a range of figuring out their clothes and stuff. I always suggest that you buy one size up or down, particular with the shoes. So if you're buying a men's formal shoe, for instance, like we have over here, I would buy this in a size up, because remember, you still have to make way for the socks that they wear usually when they're wearing formal shoes. If you're buying a sneaker, then you can kind of go one size down, or just kind of, so I always say go one size up, and this you can stay to your actual size, because you're likely to wear this with the secret socks. There's still breathing room for your shoes. So I really love this from the men's section. With the ladies, you pretty much can stay to the same kind of shoe size that they are, so have a sneak in their place. But here, when it comes to kind of your slippers and your comfort shoe, you want to create a bit of room. So I tend to go a little bit a size up, because I'm going to put on 2 socks.
Exactly, especially with winter coming around the corner, you do need that kind of cushion or comfort.
Absolutely. But there's so many lovely items to get from, and I think it's just to figure out what they like. But Woolworths has an amazing return policy, so don't fret. I think it's important to always just keep your slip and make sure that it's still in a good condition. And if you find that the CSI work didn't work out pretty well, then go to Woolworths. They've got a great return policy, which you can do for someone you love.
I think that's something that people should do in general. Keep the slip of the gift that you bought for someone else, just in case it doesn't fit or it's broken, so that they can go back, return it for something else. When it comes to the material, we know that Woolies is all about sustainability, and there's a range of different materials and feels here as well. Talk me through this range.
Well, I love, this is a mix of kind of the men's sleepwear and the female sleepwear. What I love about this is that because Woolworths is so focused on sustainably sourced, ethical yarn, you're really finding comfortable, breathable items that you can sleep in, which is so important, because your skin is relaxing. You need it to be calm. So I really am enjoying that. They're beautiful polyester blends that are in there. Your kind of cotton, which is also great for making sure that the skin is comfortable. So when you're looking for sleepwear, for me, it's always to look for the sustainably sourced yarn. Cottons, if you can, especially for the underwear, particularly in the guys. There's some beautiful cotton trunks that they can sport here with some fun prints.
Also, just very fun prints. XOXO.
XO. There's also Sweet Talk, which is great. We're going to be needing a lot of those. Also, the socks, they are also cotton, but definitely also you want to use that polyester, a little bit of that silk and lace, which you'll probably find. But really, such a beautiful range. I mean, if you were to pick out even something that you like there, Gotle, that just could look so good on you, girl.
This is just stunning for me. I can see the silhouette and how it would fit and sit effortlessly on the skin. The material feels so good, and the print is very romantic.
Exactly.
What do you think?
So you can switch it up with a bit of romance, and also very easy to wear, kind of moving around in the house is comfortable. Beautiful two pieces that are there also. So I think depending on the mood that you're in this Valentine's Day, there's definitely something for you.
I love it. Thank you so much, Knox, for coming through and always giving us life hacks and just style hacks when it comes to special occasions. Today really is full of surprises, but now it's one for you. Congratulations to Simone Michael, who is the winner of a 500 Rands Woolies gift card. Here is who she would like to surprise for Valentine's Day, okay? With the hashtag Guess Who, my husband and daughter. Oh, they would both really love this. Things have been stressful with this pandemic, so this will definitely cheer them up. Hashtag Expresso Show, hashtag Woolworths. I absolutely love that. Now remember, you stand the chance to win a 500 Rands Woolies voucher gift card. Reply to the competition post on our Facebook, Twitter or Instagram pages and tell us what's the best surprise Valentine's Day gift you have received ever. And remember to use the hashtag Guess Who. The competition closes at 9 a.m. this morning. T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com. Do you have any stories?
I have. I'll share them with you.
Celebrate the month of love on the Insider SA tonight at 7:30 as we explore the theme of romance with Springbok Stephen Kitsoff and his wife Amy as they relax at a luxury villa. Furniture designer David Krano and his fiancée Yasmin reveal their wedding plans, and we experience vegan home cooking with tech and gaming couple Grant Hines and Amble Barnard. That's the Insider SA tonight at 7:30 only on SABC3.
you ready for a sizzling summer holiday in Mzansi? Your best holiday is yet to come when you book at any participating Marriott branded hotel. Redefine your holiday with a beach break, nature retreat, or a road trip adventure. With the Marriott Summer Holiday offer, you can enjoy 25% off standard hotel rates, including free breakfast if you're a Marriott Bonvoy member and 15% if you're a non-Bonvoy member. Book on Marriott.com for the best rates guaranteed.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, it's Tuesday. You're still locked in. It's your feel-good breakfast show. Now, we've been tasting the flavors of Shanghai today, if you've been watching. And this next recipe will sure to add the kick that you are looking for. Now, our Shanghai spicy-style noodles are quick. They're loaded with lots of flavors of China and are mouth-wateringly scrumptious. Now, it's also a great way to squeeze in some extra veg and enjoy the immune-boosting benefits of garlic, ginger, and chili. And here to give us all the spicy info is the one and only Jenny Morris in the building. How you doing, Jenny?
My baby, yes, I'm going to spice it up for you indeed.
I am expecting a lot of heat, a lot of fire from you, a lot of sultry spice. Bring it on. And you're starting off with something very exotic there.
Yes.
Looks like it too.
We've got a lovely combination of oh, just look at this baby. That's an enoki mushroom. It's a big one.
I only know of like shiitake and porcini. Are there any of those there?
We have three. We have shiitake, we have enoki, and we have porcini. And what I'm going to do is just start to cook it down a little bit. What's nice about this dish is, as you say, you can add you could add prawns, you could add meat of any description that you like. And it has everything that is immune boosting in it, these three wonderful combos. The minute I just start to get a little bit of color onto that, what we're going to do is we're going to just add our chili and garlic, or the garlic first. The chili we're going to cough now, so I'll just stick it in that corner. and the ginger.
All right.
And what's nice about the chili is it's completely and utterly packed with vitamin C, so very good for immune boosting. If you're finding that the ginger is a little bit too expensive, which it is at the moment, you can actually use some ground ginger.
Okay.
But
cool.
ginger is very, very important.
And by brown ginger, do you mean the powder?
The powder.
Okay.
Yes, the powder. So now I'm going to just stick that in so that those mushrooms open up and just suck up all that soy sauce.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
that's
darling.
like a standard when it comes to cooking in the Asian countries.
Very
I see
much
they love their soy, eh?
Because it's the salt.
Okay,
it's the salt, and if you look at Thai, it's the fish sauce is the salt of Asia. I'm going to pop a few of these in, but I'm going to keep some back for just now.
So I've seen the mushrooms are starting to get like a brown, caramelized texture.
Yes.
Oh, it's like a roasted meat almost.
Absolutely, they are meaty. You just said the operative word.
The one thing, the porcini for me, especially that mushroom, has like a chicken type of a. It's incredible texture as well.
Stunning, stunning, stunning.
Okay, so you got the greens, and now we're throwing some color into
this.
This
is some Chinese food. This is a pak choy.
Pak choy? Is that Chinese like lettuce?
It's more like a little cabbagey. And I want to just literally get that to wilt down. And then you can use any noodle. This is a Chinese egg noodle. You could use rice noodles, udon noodle, which is a Japanese noodle made from flour, and it's a broader one. And you know what? If you can't find it, use spaghetti. You can use spaghetti, darling. Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
And then I'm going to just... Are you going to taste?
I would love to. The fact that it smells so good already, I can't say no to that. Oh. Now, I've got to ask though, so is it currently being fried? Is it boiling? What's happening to the noodles now? Because there's a lot of moisture coming out of these ingredients.
Okay, so when you use a dried noodle, especially in Chinese cooking, we just hydrate them in some hot water and then dry them off, just strain them, because then they are ready. And another nice little thing about this is you could deep fry them.
Okay.
And then use a little bit, like this little bit, you could like garnish your dish with. It would look stunning. Stunning.
Food styling is what they call it, yeah?
Well. And I mean, this is 1, 2, 3. It's done, Baba.
Is that it?
This is us, darling.
What?
Yep. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, wow, this is something I could even attempt in. Okay, I see. You called it wilting, right?
Yes, I just want to wilt it down because you want to keep as much of the nutrition in this as possible as well.
Yes,
so let's have a look here.
Especially the fact that we're putting such good ingredients into this. Mushrooms especially.
Incredible ingredients in here. And then we're just going to pop this over the top. Have a look at that. If you want more chili, of course, you can add it. But I always say bring extra chili to the table because you don't know your guests or your family, you know, how much of that they use. Now, what I've done is I've sterilized my hand. You know, I'm a freak when it comes to
you've been
that.
quite good at it, yes, indeed.
So I'm going to give you some of these beautiful sesame seeds. A little tip, keep your sesame seeds in the freezer. They're a little bit like a lady. They can be unstable sometimes. And a little bit, because they've got a very high content of oil and they go rancid very, very quickly.
I got you.
You see, so you want to keep them as beautiful and safe as possible. Okay, my sweetheart, just give them a little blow.
It's not often you get blessed with a dish from Jenny Morris. It's spicy, it's exotic, it's all the things that you'd expect. And there's just one more thing to do.
It's hot, sweetheart. Blow it, blow, blow. Is that good?
Jenny, you got me in all the feels. The spice in my life. Thank you very much.
Enjoy.
Absolutely magic. Shanghai noodles all the way from Cape Town to the rest of the world. We've got it over here. Oh, and it's so, so exotic too.
Delicious.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Well, someone who is still bringing the heat here on your Feel Good Breakfast show is British and South African singer and songwriter Lauren Nordstrom, and she's still with us and will be performing her song Send Me Your Kisses next. Now, the song was released in April last year when, as Lauren describes it, she was goofing around on a beat and turned her lounge into a cheesy 70s music video, and from that she created a masterpiece that received thousands of videos on social media. And here is Lauren Nordstrom with Send Me Your Kisses just in time for Valentine's Day. The stage is yours.
I've been alone in this bedroom for days, reading my online praises, living old conversations. You said those words and they filled out my waist. Lost the taste for my mind, my mental's all on the table. This here's my phone number. Did you get it? Digit number? Text me if you wanna, I'll be discreet on my lover like boom. Let me send this your way. This here's a song for what I wanted to say. Send me your kisses right now. Send me your kisses right now. I'm on my phone, you're bored all alone, so send me those kisses right now. I've been sleeping here for days, but it feels like hours. They say I'm dripping through this drought, but I feel down. Singing all this love is for nothing. I don't even know if you be watching. Not a single comment in the comments. I don't even know why I'm bothering. Now I'm in the bath cold, but I feel it. It's just me and not the water that's so chilly. But you couldn't catch a cold if you could feel it, cause these feelings cook hotter than a skillet. That's why, sir, that's my feelings. But you knew that, yeah, you seen it when I did it. Fast forward a few months and now I'm pinging. And now your man's in my DM and he's singing. Knows every song I wrote and every lyric. Looks bad, so you better come and get him. No thank you, sir, I end with beginnings. Send me your kisses right now. Send me your kisses right now. I'm on my phone, you're bored alone, so send me those kisses right now.
Sultry vocals, Lauren Nordstrom. Remember that name, everybody. Please remember that name, because that name is going to go places. Thank you so much. She's still going to be joining us here on your Feel Good Breakfast show. But let us know what you thought of that performance. Send us all your love and send us all your kisses on your Feel Good Breakfast show. We'll see you in just a moment.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Are you guys ready? Because before the break, we made some spicy Shanghai-style noodles, and boy, was it delicious. It was yummy. It was lekker. But we could not make spicy noodles without doing the Spicy Noodle Challenge. Now, these bowls before you are known as Spicy ×2, where you may shed some tears or sweat, or your brows will sweat, and everything will sweat. But while you eat your noodles, I will ask you a couple of questions, and we'll see how well you can take it. The prize, well, you get to quench your thirst with some delicious clover fresh milk after all that hard work. So, Kutle, Raul de Mornay, I loved you guys. It was nice knowing you guys.
How hot are we talking here?
It's ×2.
I've heard rumors of this ×2.
×2.
So what is ×1?
Going
like,
on here? ×1 is like that, that's lekker. But ×2 is like, ooh.
Okay.
So what I'm going to ask you to do right now is get in there. So you're going to take 1 spoon, and then I'm going to start with the questions, okay?
Questions?
Questions.
While I'm eating?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
So what are the rules? There is no rules, my friend. You just have to eat it, and the first person that conks out.
Why is it so red? Is there tomato sauce in here? What's going on?
That is the chili.
Is this chili?
What is going on?
I don't know.
So go in.
Are you going to do this?
3, 2, 1. Get in there.
Don't be shy.
Oh, you went in for the... Ooh, you going in. Okay, brother. Okay. Raul de Mornay, name 3 foods that you simply just refuse to eat.
No. It's immediate.
Yeah.
Refuse.
Refuse to eat.
Coriander, no.
Yes, man.
Marmite, no. And like a big glass of butter, I don't know.
Quickly, if there's one meal you could eat every single day, what would it be? One meal you could eat every single day.
Mince and spaghetti.
Mince and spaghetti. I'm going to ask you guys to go in there again for the second.
But you have to start with me.
Here's the thing. Don't cough. Don't cough. Don't breathe. Don't, because that will hit the esophagus.
I need to blow my nose. Whoa.
Next one, Raul. What's your favorite dish on a hot summer's day?
It's definitely not this. A favorite dish on a hot summer's day?
Don't do that.
Don't do that. It makes it worse. It is getting hot. Google it. What's going on? Right now, like a plate of ice blocks, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't know.
The heat is going to his brain.
It would definitely be a salad spread of, not a salad, like a fruit bowl.
Let's go salad spread.
I've lost my mind. It's so hot.
Quickly get into there again. Get in there.
This is my third time. This is unfair.
This is your third question. Go in there,
I think it's unfair. Quickly eats this for like breakfast, man.
I don't.
Get in there. Get in there. Okay. What food will you eat on a cold, cold day? Take us to it. Oh, God, you eating this thing like it is so yummy. What food will you eat on a cold day? Think about it.
So it's the African salad. Well, it's maize meal with sour cream and milk.
Okay.
It's a very nice, cool dish. I'm starting to feel something.
What is happening in your mouth right now?
To be very honest, it's not bad. I'm not sure. Are you fine?
I'm not fine. There seems to be what's coming out? Well, I need makeup. What's going on here?
It's like steam is coming out of Raul's ears. It's the funniest thing right now.
I feel like my nose went on a jog and it's just like sweating. What's going on here? Oh, this is horrible.
Okay, we're gonna do one more. We're gonna do one. Okay. Get it in there, get in there, one more. Scoop it in. This is your last one. Just look at this reward. This is going to be yours. Don't I think we need a medic. I honestly think we need a medic. Are you okay?
I can't see, but let's go. I'm here for it.
What is one meal you wish you could master? Are
you okay? You know what? Let's give him the glass of milk.
What's the question?
What is one meal you wish you could master?
The spicy noodle challenge.
My friend, drink this. Put it in your eye as well while we're at it. Put it in your eye.
Just shower yourself in milk.
Quickly, one more time for you. What's
in my eyes?
What's one meal that you feel like you messed up every single time while making it?
It's chicken with gravy. I don't know how to make chicken with gravy and potatoes like nicely. I only use the oven to cook my meat.
We'll get the foodie team to get you, but guys, the reward is of course your clover no-lac milk.
Did I win?
My friend, you took one in your eye, you took one in your nostrils, you took one every part of your body. So I think can we give a round of applause for Raul de Morne, everybody? Red hot spicy noodle challenge. I think we all need a bit of a breather, but we also need to find out what's happening in those news headlines.
Shame, Joe. Yeah, you can have mine.
Please, thank you.
I will watch that developing story very closely to see if Raul de Morne survives the rest of the morning. But right now, let's get into those national news headlines one last time. And we start here in South Africa, where a South African pharmaceutical company says it is ready to bring 15 million doses of Russia's Sputnik V vaccine to the country as soon as it obtains emergency approval from local health authorities. These vaccines could be brought to South Africa as soon as approval for emergency use is approved. Now, South Africa's vaccine drive, supposed to start this week, has been thrown into disarray after the distribution of the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccines were halted. This after a new study found the vaccine provided minimal protection against a new variant identified here in South Africa. Then staying in the country, the Eastern Cape legislature has accepted a motion to establish free online public schools in the province. This as online education provides solutions to problems such as overcrowded schools and pupils and teachers are safe amid the coronavirus pandemic. The Department of Education will now have to submit a plan for their establishment to the Portfolio Committee on Education within the province within 30 days. And it's hoped that this type of school will also bring relief to existing problems, such as poor maintenance of schools. On the international front, staying on the continent, in Rwanda's capital city, Kigali, the streets are busy and people are returning to work after 3 weeks of lockdown to limit the spread of COVID-19. In this period, health officials say cases and casualties of the virus have reduced considerably in Kigali and around the country. All schools in the capital city are closed, and throughout the country, bars, churches, and all public gatherings are still forbidden. A top official in the health ministry said yesterday that deaths had dropped from 10 to 2 or 3 per day. Then moving to Europe, Germany, Poland and Sweden have all expelled, a Russian diplomat in a tit-for-tat move after Russia expelled 3 diplomats from those countries. The Kremlin accused the 3 EU diplomats of participating in mass street protests in support of jailed opposition leader Alexei Navalny. The EU has condemned the jailing of Navalny and called for his immediate release. It has also urged Russia to hold a transparent investigation into the poisoning of 44-year-old Navalny last August with the nerve agent Novichok. And now some good news of seabird entanglements cut by 98% due to one simple change. Conservationists have proven that a remarkably simple method of deterring seabirds can save tens of thousands from being killed during attempts to pull for longline fishing nets. In Namibia, there has been a 98% reduction in albatross deaths after laws were passed requiring simply that fishermen attached coloured streamers to the back of their boats. Now, many seabirds go extinct due to bycatch, a fishing term that describes animals caught other than target fish. In Namibia alone, a staggering 22 to 30,000 seabirds die annually because of bycatch. But mercifully, there are now bird-scaring lines, a colourful pole mounted on the stern of a fishing trawler, and strings along colourful ropes which act like the marine equivalents of a scarecrow. As the birds approach the fishing vessel to snatch an easy meal of fish or bait hanging off the long fishing lines, the bird-scaring lines then cause them to take a second guess and they opt to soar away. And tremendous news is that other nations have now adopted similar successes with their lines, which is wonderful news since seabirds are undoubtedly one of the most vulnerable groups of animals on the planet. On that positive note, that's where we round off our news headlines for today. Let's round up our sporting headlines from yesterday. Let's start with cricket first. Pakistan completed their 2-0 clean sweep over the Proteas with an emphatic 95-run victory on day 5 in Rawalpindi yesterday. South Africa resumed the day on 127 for 1, full of hope, needing 243 runs to win and level that series 1-1. But Pakistan's Hassan Ali had other ideas, picking up 5 wickets as South Africa's batting order collapsed, losing 7 wickets for just 33 runs. The T20 series between the two nations will kickstart this coming Thursday. Netball back in firm focus. Netball South Africa yesterday announced that all planned activities would resume effective immediately. Last month, all netball activities were suspended due to the new spike in COVID-19 cases. The first event to take place under strict health and safety regulations will be the Netball Challenge, which will feature the Spar Proteas, the SA Presidents 12, the Baby Proteas, Uganda's She Cranes, with Namibia still yet to confirm their participation. This tournament will take place in Cape Town from the 24th to the 31st of March. Then on to our footballing action, another David and Goliath story as Cape Town Spurs advanced to the Nedbank Cup round of 16 after beating Baraka FC 5-4 on penalties at the Peter Mokaba Stadium in Polokwane last night. So Cape Town Spurs will now face Cape Town All-Stars in that round of 16. The other round of 16 fixtures will see defending champions and PSL champions Mamelodi Sundowns up against Polokwane City. Chippa United, they'll face Cape Town City FC, and Maritzburg United take on Orlando Pirates. And finally, it's heating up back in the world of tennis at the Australian Open. Reigning Australian Open champion Novak Djokovic started his title defense by dropping just 6 games while recording a 6-3, 6-1, 6-2 win over France's Jeremy Chardy, Austrian 3rd seed Dominic Thiem, German 6th seed Alexander Zverev, and Australia's Nick Kyrgios also advancing to the next round of the tournament. Then in the women's singles draw, 23-time Grand Slam winner Serena Williams looked very strong, beating Laura Sigmund 6-1, 6-1, and US Open champion Naomi Osaka claimed a convincing 6-1, 6-2 win over Russia's Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova. And then finally on to motorsports. Formula One world champion Lewis Hamilton has now signed a new 1-year contract with Mercedes, and that's for the 2021 season. The 36-year-old Hamilton, who is a 7-time Formula One champion, will now race for Mercedes for a 9th season. The 2021 Formula One season is officially scheduled to start on Sunday, the 28th of March. And that's at the Bahrain International Circuit. That's a wrap of your sports for this morning. Let's take one last look at some of your beautiful skies and the weather.
Thank you so much, G, for the news and sports update. We are currently 6 minutes after the final hour of the show. Well, it's time for us to have another look at your stunning sunrise photos. I'll do my best to get through this report after the hot noodles challenge because my tongue and my lips are still sizzling. We see you and we see your sunrise pictures. We kicked off the morning report with Joan Cameron from Britannia Bay. Dogoza Theo Makatini shared a moody sky with us from Johannesburg. Gary Okamp shared this misty morning in East London, and lastly we got a glimpse of Mooi Noi in the northwest, compliments of Katlego Nando. Whether you are tuning in locally or one of our international viewers, we would love to see your part of the world. Simply head over to the Expresso Facebook page to share your photos with us, and we would love to show it live on the show. While we do enjoy experiencing a sunrise from your part of South Africa, we do have some international viewers tuning in right now on YouTube and the Africa channel in the United States of America. This morning, we wrap up the international report with a weather update on Sacramento, California. It is the largest city of Sacramento County and is the seat of the California legislature and the governor of California, making it the state's political center and a hub for lobbying and think tanks. Your Tuesday is set to peak at a mild 17 degrees Celsius with showers scattered throughout the day. We bring it back. Pardon me, the hotness is still right in my throat. We bring it back down to South Africa after nearly 3 weeks of heavy rains following the landfall of Cyclone Eloise. More possible flooding is expected in Limpopo, Free State and Northwest in the coming days. While the rain has caused damage in some areas, most dams and rivers in the country have reaped the benefits of the rainy weather as water capacity has increased, including the Vaal Dam. It now has reached 98.2% capacity, and it is possible that it will reach 100% in the coming days. Around this time last year, the dam was only 57% full. The welcome rain has also turned the magnificent Ograbis Falls in the Orange River into a spectacular roaring mass of water, which is drawing onlookers from all over the country. We have a final look at your temperatures. Polokwane, 1827. Bombela, some thunder showers forecast at 55% chance of rain. Pretoria, your temperatures range from a low of 18, reaching a high of 26 degrees. Jozi Maboneng, you start off your morning with a minimum of 17, reaching an afternoon maximum of 25 degrees. A maximum of 28 in Mahikeng from a low of 18 degrees. Klerksdorp, your temperatures range from 18 to 29. Kimberley, a mostly sunny day in your part of the country with a maximum of 34 degrees. Bloemfontein, do expect some wet conditions in your part of the country with a low of 17, reaching a high of 30. A rainy day in Richards Bay, 23-29. Mostly sunny in Pietermaritzburg with a maximum of 28 degrees. Durban, 24-28. Mthatha, 16-27. And it's a sunny Tuesday in East London with a maximum of 27 degrees. Cradock, it's a perfect summer's day with temperatures reaching a high of 35 degrees. The friendly city of Port Elizabeth, you start off your morning with a minimum of 18, reaching a high of 26. George, your high is 25 from a low of 15. Cape Town, the mother city, 19-25. Worcester, it's a perfect summer's day. Do make sure you don't leave your sunscreens behind. You're reaching a maximum of 37 degrees. Sutherland, you start off with a cool 12 degrees, reaching a high of 32. And it's a scorching day in Uppington with the highest temperature in the country, 38 degrees. This was the final look at the weather report this morning. Remember, whichever part of the country you're in, whatever the weather, make sure to have yourselves a feel-good kind of day.
Our big thank you, Kukle, and even a bigger thank you to our British song and singer, of course, songwriter Lauren Nordstrom, who's joining us this morning, has been delivering such sultry notes, of course. Now, she has one final performance from her quarantine sessions coming our way, and Lauren had a lot of fun writing this one. It's an upbeat song called 15 Seconds, which she recorded a music video for using her phone's torch and a toilet roll. Yeah, you heard correctly. So here's Lauren Nordstrom with 15 Seconds, accompanied by David Lehman.
Start the clock, I'll make these 15 seconds mine. I'll do it looking mighty fine. You know that it's my voice that steals the stage. Got me here to the next place. Can't afford to take a break from my big break. You'll be on the road, boy, I'll be home alone, boy. But I hope you know these moments don't last long. And after I'll be falling, really falling. Can I fall back on you? My songs about my heartbreaks will just stop playing, and my lights will dim to blue. The fans who were all cheering, disappearing, and I'm left on an empty stage. So baby, when it's over, can I hope that I'll be catched from my fall by you? Falling, falling, falling. Boy, I know that it's selfish, I can't really help it. You fell for a dreamer, I dream big. I need more time to add more seconds to my clock. I know that we will be just fine when my time is finally up. I'll be on the road more, you'll be home alone, boy. But I hope you know these moments don't last long. Baby, I'll be falling, really falling. Can I fall back on you? My songs about my heartbreaks will just stop playing, and my lights will dim to blue. The fans who were all cheering, disappearing, and I'm left on an empty stage. So baby, when it's over, can I hope that I'll be catched from my fall by you? My darling, when it's over and I'm falling, girl, I catched from my fall by you. Falling, 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 falling. My darling, when I'm falling, I'll be calling out for you. 15 seconds, 15 seconds, 15 seconds. 15 seconds, 15 seconds. 15 seconds, 15 seconds, 15 seconds. 15 seconds, 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 15 seconds,
absolutely incredible.
Thank you so much.
I can't thank you enough for joining us in studio this morning. You've brought us the thrills, you've brought us all the feels and everything else, and I look so forward to seeing the next magic that you produce. But yeah, thank you from everybody at Expresso for being here.
Thank you so much. I've loved being here, so thank you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, of course, that was Lauren, and don't stick around. Well, stick around, of course, because she will be. We are obviously going to be presenting a lot more magic, but of course, you can find her online for some more of her sultry voice, and yeah, you're not going to want to miss the rest of the show.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, everybody. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show. You're just in time for a very important topic. It is, of course, Health Tuesdays here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. Now, finding out you're pregnant can stir up a massive mix of emotions, from joy to excitement to surprise, even panic. Most of these feelings are all normal. Let me just tell you, it is all normal. And once you've really processed all of your emotions, make sure to take the necessary precautions to make sure you and baby are safe, because that's all important, that you and baby are safe.
Now, Pregnancy Awareness Week takes place in February every single year. The Department of Health uses this week to strengthen pregnancy education and stress the important issues that promote a healthy pregnancy and safe motherhood. Now, specialist obstetrician and gynecologist Dr. Kim Sondag is here to discuss this very important health topic, and we'd love to get your questions or your comments, especially if you're going through this wonderful journey right now. Call us on 021 110 552. We'd love to hear from you. Doctor, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Vitally important topic, vitally important stage of any woman's life to be going through this, but there are so many questions raised, and in this country it's quite a dynamic situation that many mothers find themselves in. And I know the Department of Health is obviously putting a huge spotlight on promoting safe motherhood. What are some of the services that they offer to back this up?
So when you first find out that you're pregnant, you should attend either your local clinic, your local hospital, or if you are on medical aid, a private doctor. And then that will be your booking visit, which basically means that you get assessed for how high risk or low risk your pregnancy is, and then you get managed accordingly. So if you were in a high risk pregnancy, you might get referred to a tertiary center. You'll also get screened for things like anemia, high blood pressure, diabetes, any at-risk things, and then that will be managed according to the things that have been diagnosed. The services that the government offer are antenatal care, so that would be care during the pregnancy, as well as supplying women who don't have access to prenatal vitamins, education, HIV testing, and also then following them through their whole pregnancy to the birthing process, and then assistance afterwards once they've delivered.
Like you said, it is very scary, and a lot of women don't seek professional help during their pregnancy. Why is this so important, and how often should you be seeing, someone like yourself, a gynecologist and an obstetrician, and who should we be seeing during our time of pregnancy?
I think it's vital to be seeing a healthcare professional when you are pregnant, and as soon as you find out that you are pregnant, to go and attend somewhere, wherever you are able to. In the first 20 weeks of pregnancy, we recommend going every 6 weeks, and then after that every 4 weeks, and then possibly at the end every 2 weeks. It also depends on the type of pregnancy that you have. So if you have a very high risk pregnancy, you might be being seen every 2 weeks. I think with younger girls who are pregnant in teenage pregnancies, they're often quite scared to let their parents know, so they avoid seeking any health care. That actually just creates more problems later on down the line because problems haven't been identified or treated.
You mentioned vitamins that are provided. What are the essential supplements, the vitamins, the medication that should be taken? Obviously, we know that there are some extreme and differing cases, high risk, but for a normal pregnancy, if there is such a thing, what vitamins should a mother be taking?
So most of the pregnancy multivitamins that you can buy anywhere have all the vitamins in it that you need. The most important being folic acid and iron supplementation. The folic acid is important for the development of the baby's nervous system, and the iron is to prevent anemia. If you are not able to purchase pregnancy multivitamins, then at any clinic or hospital you will get iron and folic acid provided for you.
Well, we are going to continue this conversation and also speak about how that affects now during a global pandemic. And of course, specialist obstetrician and gynecologist Dr. Kim Sonntag will still be back to tell us more about Pregnancy Awareness Week and pregnancy and COVID-19 after this. So remember, if you do have any questions for Dr. Sonntag on pregnancy and also the COVID-19 and the coronavirus, send us your questions via social media or give us a call, and that number is 021 110 5552. We'll see you in a moment.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back, everybody. We are continuing our conversation on health, and of course there are so many beautiful aspects of pregnancy, and expectant moms should get to experience all of the good things that comes with being pregnant. But with the coronavirus pandemic, it's quite understandable that women are afraid and also experiencing more uncertainty than excitement. And of course, specialist obstetrician and gynecologist Dr. Kim Sonntag is still with us to discuss pregnancy in the COVID-19 era as we commemorate Pregnancy Awareness Week starting later this week. So thank you so much for still sticking with us. Dr. Kim Sonntag.
Doctor, interesting times. There is not a sphere within the medical world that hasn't been affected by COVID-19. We know that it's put additional stress on our hospitals in so many areas. We were talking about how it relates with World Cancer Day last week, how that's changed that treatment dynamic. How is it affecting, in terms of the work that you are doing? Are pregnant women at a greater risk, at a lesser risk of contracting COVID-19? And if they do contract COVID-19, what are the possible complications? Is there a difference in the way that you would treat a pregnant woman as opposed to a normal person, contracting the virus?
The COVID infection rates in pregnancy have actually been a lot lower in South Africa than we thought that they would be initially.
Wow.
But pregnant women are still at risk, especially in the third trimester, so over 28 weeks. There's a lot of physiological changes in the body, especially in the respiratory system. So any kind of infection that would affect the lungs would affect a pregnant woman a lot more than someone who wasn't pregnant. So I think it is a very scary time. There's a lot of anxiety around pregnancy. Women who find themselves pregnant, who maybe now would have liked to have delayed it, who are very concerned about giving birth and coming into a hospital.
Terrified of going into a hospital,
So there's a lot of anxiety around COVID. I think the important things, and what I always say to my patients, is just to keep doing what you have been doing, to hand sanitize, to wear a mask, to social distance, and to try and stay as safe as possible.
A question I want to know, are we seeing a lot more home births now during this? Because women are fearing to go into hospital, so they're choosing to give birth at home with a midwife and going that route?
Yes, there definitely seems to be an increase in that, where women are choosing to deliver at home because they think it is safer.
How will COVID-19 affect? I mean, I know it's a very dark thing to broach, so maybe we don't talk about this enough, but right now, COVID-19, how does that affect the unborn baby? I remember a story surfacing I think it was in the United Kingdom, of a baby being born with the virus. Does it increase the risk of a miscarriage, first of all? And what are the implications, the complications possibly for the unborn child?
The umbrella answer to all of those questions is we don't know enough about COVID yet, unfortunately. We're still in the beginning stages of all the studies. There does seem to be an increased incidence in early miscarriages, and we also do know that if a woman is very unwell with a high fever and has COVID, that she is more likely to have either a late miscarriage or preterm delivery. Okay. We haven't seen any babies being born with COVID, so getting COVID through being pregnant, and it doesn't seem to have any effect on the fetus later on once it's born if the mother had COVID during her pregnancy.
It leads me then to my question with regards to breastfeeding. So what if the mom has COVID or had COVID and now they have to start breastfeeding? How does that then affect the baby?
We still do advise that mothers breastfeed. The benefits of breastfeeding far outweigh any risk of the baby contracting COVID, and it's quite unlikely for the mother to transmit COVID to the baby while breastfeeding. There's a lot of good antibodies and nutrition involved that is in the breast milk.
Immune system is born,
so that definitely outweighs the risk of not breastfeeding. Obviously, if a mother is very unwell in an ICU, or the baby is very unwell because of other reasons, then maybe the breastfeeding can't happen, but for the most part we encourage moms to still breastfeed.
Thank you so much. We're going to continue this discussion. Dr. Kim Sonntag will be back for one more segment, and we are talking about pregnancy. We are putting a spotlight on Pregnancy Awareness Week, and we'd love to hear from you if you have any questions about pregnancy in this COVID-19 era, especially. Send us those questions on our social media platforms, or you can just phone us directly on 021 110 552 and do it right now.
Ah, such important information. Now moving on from pregnancy information all the way through to exercising when we are pregnant. Now, as Pregnancy Awareness Week will obviously be observed this week in South Africa, we are taking a look at a few exercises which are ideal for pregnant women with owner of Glow Yoga and certified prenatal Vinyasa yoga teacher trainer, Cyan Williams. Now, there are a number of benefits of doing yoga while being pregnant, of course. Now, considering you're also doing it in the correct manner, yoga has been known to focus on both your mental and physical well-being, and it's a great way to stay active and healthy during your pregnancy, and it promotes relaxation, reduces anxiety, and boosts your mood and improves sleep too. So if you are pregnant, make sure to join us for this easy workout. Cyan, I'm so excited for this. Yoga, obviously, so many benefits, and now especially that the theme of today is about being pregnant. I think it's the perfect answer to still being able to move and enjoy what we are still blessed with, right?
Absolutely. Being pregnant is one of the most special times of a mom's life, and to keep moving not just physically but mentally and emotionally and having that balance is quite special. So today we're going to touch on
all right, well, you're the guru, so I'll let you lead away and I'll just try to comment if I'm not doing it correctly or if I am. Okay.
Sure, you can pretend that you're pregnant.
Okay, sure. Let's try it out.
Cool. So Kim is 5 months pregnant, so we always want to keep our feet nice and wide apart so baby can always come in between the thighs if we do a forward fold. So let's bring our hands together in prayer against our heart and just take a nice deep breath in and out. You can open your eyes and then you inhale, reach up. So we're creating length in the body. And then forward fold, bend the knees, start to come down into a nice gentle forward fold. Looking forward, inhale, bring the hands to the shins, straighten the legs. And then start to walk in a downward facing dog. So downward dog can be quite uncomfortable depending on which trimester you're at. Bend both knees. So here we can really stretch out the lower back, bring the head in between the upper arms. And then come onto the toes, bend the knees, come down into an all fours. So great for the pregnant and belly. Now to have some symmetry. And then inhaling, coming into nice circles. So I know Kim has some tightness in her hips at this stage. This is a really great way to relieve some stress and tension in the pelvic girdle.
Yeah.
And then in prenatal yoga, we want to connect the breath with the movement. So as you breathe in, coming forward, breathing out, going back, and then relax the neck and the head, and then come to standstill. Become aware of the breath and lead forward again, but in the opposite direction now as you exhale, going back. And then one more, coming back to standstill. Right.
Sam, I'm just going to ask you, I feel so relaxed, especially in that pelvic region, starting to open up the hips. The lower back isn't taking as much strain as if I was in a bridged position. Is that intentional?
Well, it is, because there's so much load-bearing weight from the uterus on the lower back. So being in this gravitational pose really relieves the lower back sacrum from pressure.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's grab the block, bringing hands on the block, and then drawing that left foot forward on the outside. So there's space for belly. And then reaching up in your low lunge, rising up, and then bending into that front knee. Good. So depending on how strong you are in your lower limbs, you can even lift up into a high lunge, or you can stay where you're at. Good. And then slowly coming back down. Arms come down. Take a moment. And then swapping sides. Left knee back. How's it going there?
I gotta say, my psoas in the hip region was just completely exposed and opened up here. I feel like my hips are literally coming back to life, and I can imagine with a womb, it's gonna be even better because there's a lot of alleviation in this anterior chain of my muscles in the hip region. So I love this one.
Absolutely. It's tuck the back toes under, gaze forward, concentrate, and then really lift up, press that back heel. And here you concentrate. Now your breath starts to deepen. Stability, good. Your next exhale, knee comes back down, hands to block, foot back, downward dog, just to transition, feet nice and wide. Okay, and then bend the knees, start to walk the hands back, and then coming into a squat. Toes out, heels slightly in. Good. So you can bring your hands to your heart. If this is too deep in the adductors for you or in your glutes, you can even come up and bring your hands together and your elbows onto your thighs. Good. We're doing 5 rounds now. Linking breath to movement. On your inhale, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart. And then we go in our own time because our breath guides the movement. Exhale, coming down. Take a round of breath. And then 4 more. If you're feeling quite fit this morning, you can link the breath. And in this squat pose, it's really good. You're opening up into the pelvic outlets.
Yeah.
And 2 more. Inhale, rise up.
While we're finishing this, and I've got to say, the pelvic region is definitely coming to life, definitely feeling the mobility. And of course, I've just got to say thank you so much. You presented me with a sense of calmness, with a sense of awareness. My breathing is so much better than the chaos that I arrived in the studio this morning with. So thank you so, so much. And of course, Cyan, stay tuned as Dr. Kim is still going to be joining us and answering all of our pregnancy-related questions coming up. So you just want to stick around for that. Whew.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
thank you so much for joining us again as we continue our health discussion this morning. Specialist obstetrician and gynecologist Dr. Kim Sonntag is still with us, and she is ready to answer all of your questions on pregnancy and, of course, pregnancy during the coronavirus time. And thank you once again to every individual who sent us through your questions, and we're hoping that you will give us a call right now. And Doctor, we're going to start with Christelle, actually, is phoning in from Cape Town. Christelle, a very good morning. What is your question for the doctor?
Hi, good morning, Graham. I'm just phoning about my cousin. She tested positive 3 weeks ago for the COVID virus. I think totally per chance. They were feeling a little bit sort of unwell. Her throat was a bit scratchy, that mild sort of symptoms. But having to go back to Ireland, she had to have a COVID test, which then came back positive. She is, however, 18 weeks pregnant. She's had 3 tests since, and they've all come back positive. She's feeling fine. She's recovered. My aunt and uncle got the virus as well from her. They're all okay. Her husband never got it. So just wondering where to go to from here. Obviously, she cannot travel back to Ireland being COVID positive, but we're just wondering why she's still testing positive, obviously being okay. I think it could be an immune response that her body's built up, but obviously she might end up having to have the baby here if she still tests positive after a certain number of weeks. So my question to the doctor is, if she's feeling okay, why is she still testing positive for the virus?
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
A difficult one, yeah.
Yeah, and sorry to you and your family. As you know, I've got half my family based overseas, and I understand that, you know, when COVID happens, it happens, and it can destroy a lot of plans. But obviously, the most important thing here is the health and safety of mother and child.
Yes.
Where to from?
Yeah, she doesn't live here. She's out from Ireland. She came over in December with her husband. Obviously, she knew she was pregnant and still came. The problem is now, obviously, the 20-week scan is coming up, and they were meant to go back, I think, this week, but obviously the plans have to change now until she's COVID negative to fly back to Ireland.
Doctor, where to from here?
Well, first of all, I think the good news is that she's feeling well, and that she has probably had quite a mild disease. Unfortunately, once you contract COVID, the virus does continue to shed for a few weeks, even up to a few months. So when you do repeat testing, even though you feel better, you might still come back positive. So the only thing that they can do is to try and continue their antenatal care here, have the 20-week scan somewhere here, and then keep testing until she's hopefully negative, and then can travel back to Ireland. There should always be a plan B, so that if she does get, you know, stuck here for a while, that she has a plan in action. But it really just depends. Some people test negative quite soon afterwards. Some people test positive for quite a while. It usually depends on the viral load of COVID in your body.
And if you haven't had a bad reaction, is that an indication that the viral load is quite low, or can you?
Usually,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll continue with our questions. We have one from Donald saying, what remedies do you recommend to ease morning sickness?
This is a good question.
Anything actually work?
So nothing will really work. The morning sickness should get better once you're in the second trimester, but things that you can do is use ginger, so ginger tea, ginger biscuits, ginger sweets. Crackers usually work quite well to eat and drink whatever you feel like, and lots of small little meals, so constant snacking seems to help. If you are really struggling, a lot of nausea, a lot of vomiting, unable to keep things down, then you will need an antiemetic medication, which can be prescribed by a doctor to try and help with the morning sickness. But the bad news is you just have to wait it out. It will go away.
Yeah, and it does
Green
pass.
apples
I can speak from Lindsay's experience, and Sebastian and Alicia Jurgdut saying, coming in with something that also was pertinent to us, because Lynn struggled with this a lot. Good morning, Dr. Kim. I'm 5 months pregnant and have been struggling with terrible headaches throughout my pregnancy. All I can take is Panado, but I don't like taking medication. Any suggestions on how to handle or treat the headaches alternatively?
Important to try and find out what the cause for the headache is. Commonly dehydration, mild dehydration, so make sure you're drinking enough fluids. Often neck tension, so you can go to a physio or have a massage with someone who knows how to treat pregnant women. Acupuncture is another thing. A lot of women also have back pain, sciatica, so you can also see a physio or get acupuncture or go to a chiro for that. If the headache is not going away and you've ruled out all of those things, to also make sure it isn't something more serious like high blood pressure, so to go and see a doctor, get your blood pressure checked. And you can safely take Panado. You can take 2 Panados every 6 to 8 hours, but unfortunately that's about all in terms of medication.
Make your husband, boyfriend, fiance, partner get off their butt and help you out. Be one less headache. Doctor, thank you so much. I'm just going to add to that, as someone who had a baby during lockdown, or I say we obviously had a baby that the hospital felt like one of the safest places on earth to be. So don't let that fear of the coronavirus and what's happening in the country keep you from seeking the advice and the help of a medical professional. If you are pregnant, you need to see someone and make sure that you and your baby are healthy. I think that is the massive thrust behind Pregnancy Awareness Week. Doctor, you've answered a lot of questions for us today. Thank you so much. Some curveballs thrown into the mix there as well. Hopefully you found this helpful as well.
We continue the pregnancy conversation right now, looking into the importance of dairy in pregnancy with Clover Nolak.
Made with love by Clover.
If you have a bun in the oven or are working around family planning, then you are probably doing all that you can to promote a healthy pregnancy and safe motherhood. One of those factors includes diet, and the consumption of dairy has become a grey area for most expectant moms who are not sure whether it's safe to consume dairy or who might suffer from lactose intolerance. Registered dietitian Kim Hoffman is here to help us gain some clarity when it comes to this conversation. A good morning to you and welcome to the show, Kim.
Thank you very much.
We live in a world where it's overloaded with information, and expectant moms, the first thing that they want to do is carry well and do it, safely and healthy. But one of the grey areas that we've mentioned is the consumption of dairy in our diet. What are the precautions that need to be taken around this?
Okay, the first thing to remember is it's safe to drink dairy or have dairy during pregnancy. There's just a couple of cheeses and dairy products that we do need to avoid if women are pregnant. And that is, firstly, your milk has to be pasteurized. That is an absolute importance, because milk can contain bacteria that can poison, cause us to have food poisoning. And we don't want that in the pregnancy. So just check that it's pasteurized. Generally, if you're getting it from the shops, it is pasteurized, and you'll always see it on the box. So just if you're getting it from a farm or a source like that, then just to be aware of that. And the second one, there are 2 cheeses that we need to avoid. The first one is your mold-ripened cheeses that have a white coating, like your brie and your camembert.
Oh, I see.
Yes, and then also the soft blue-veined cheeses. They can contain the Listeria bacteria, which is very dangerous, can cause miscarriages, stillbirths, and be very harmful to the unborn baby.
Wow, so it can become quite dangerous if you consume the wrong type of dairy.
Yes, or because of these bacteria that could possibly be in the cheeses. Just remember that if you cook the cheeses thoroughly, then those bacteria are destroyed and it can be eaten.
What are some of the benefits when it comes to eating dairy or including dairy in our diet?
Dairy is an amazing source of both calcium and protein, as well as many other vitamins and minerals that are essential for the unborn baby's development of their bones and their teeth, their muscles, their nerves. To ensure that those are formed properly, we need those nutrients, and milk is just a fantastic source of those nutrients.
And for the mothers that are lactose intolerant, when is it too early or too late to introduce dairy in their diet?
So they can introduce dairy straight away. The problem is they just can't go for the normal dairy. They'll know if they're lactose intolerant. They would have been before the pregnancy. It's not caused by the pregnancy.
Oh, so you can go back into dairy if you want to get into it and include in your diet?
Yeah, but you should choose the lactose-free dairy then, because when you're lactose intolerant, you don't have enough of the enzyme to digest that lactose, the sugar that's in the milk. And so the lactose-free dairy contains that enzyme in the actual product. So that digestion happens before you even drink the milk or eat the yogurt. And so the lactose-free products are absolutely safe to use and can be used by pregnant women.
Such as the Clover Nolac. What is kind of an example of the perfect size, the serving size, when it comes to consuming dairy as a pregnant woman?
Okay, so we need about 1,000 milligrams of calcium when it comes to pregnancy, and that equates to about 3 or 4 servings of dairy. It's about a cup of milk or a cup of yogurt or about 30 grams or matchbox size of cheese. So examples to add it in is if you're making a porridge, make it with milk or mass, not with water. Have that cup of yogurt as a snack. Evaporated, your unsweetened evaporated milk is a great one to add to like mashed potatoes and your fruit smoothies if you're making them. The unsweetened evaporated milk actually contains double the amount of calcium as does milk, so it's a lovely one to use. If you're doing a casserole, just sprinkle some cheese over and then have a flavored milk with, you flavor it with like a teaspoon of hot chocolate or something before you go to bed.
Those sound delicious.
So it's an easy way to bring in 3 to 4 portions of dairy a day.
I love that. I love those menu ideas. Now, Clover Nolac is enriched with calcium and vitamin D. We all know that for a fact. But how much more of these nutrients do we need in our bodies, especially for pregnant women?
Okay, so calcium is actually quite similar, but the vitamin D we do need a little bit more, about 5 micrograms more than for your normal average person. So it works out to about 20 micrograms. And a cup of milk can contain up to 4.5 micrograms of vitamin D. It is just important to remember that not all milks are fortified with vitamin D. So yes, read the labels, look at the packaging to check, because if you're expecting wanting to get your vitamin D from the milk, then just be aware of that.
So read the labels, everybody.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Kim Hoffman, for coming through and shedding some light on the importance of including dairy in your diet, especially for expectant moms. I know that many of you have had questions, or you're probably Googling. Well, you hear your answers. You have your answers right here. If lactose intolerance is a challenge for you, remember that you can enjoy dairy again with the Clover Nolac lactose-free milk, muss, and dairy snack range. This will certainly benefit expectant moms who are having lactose intolerant difficulties.
Made with love by Clover. Oh, you can make my day. It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso here on SABC3. It has been a special Tuesday morning because we have been spreading the love to a few of our colleagues. We have one more special surprise for a very special person on our Expresso team. He always makes sure that our beautiful studio and set is spotless down to the T. Nothing is ever too much for him, and he loves to dress like the smart gentleman that he is, with a smile on his face. Brian,
come on in.
Happy Valentine's Day!
So we have a cute little gift for you. Of course,
spray your hands
spray
first.
my hands to make sure
spray
that
mine too.
Yes, and then you're gonna pass it on, and you're gonna have a look. Oh, let me not break it now.
Just be careful, okay?
Brian, this one is especially from me as well, because you know you and I are like day ones. We go way back. You were the first soundie I had when I did top billing, and I've appreciated you ever since, man. And I've loved your warmth, your smile, and everything about you. And we thought that this would be the perfect gift for you, my friend. You can open up and show everybody what it is. It's a beautiful, beautiful scent that we thought would just match you.
Stunning.
Yeah, there you go.
Just look at that.
So nice. Yeah,
It's very
man.
nice, hey? Ryle, do you have a mic with you just to get a few words from
I
Brian?
do, Brian. Thank you. Sorry, man. I forgot you weren't mic.
Hey, guys.
Hi.
What an intro.
Yeah.
And you know, at Expresso, we strive to give our viewers the best of the best. And it's a great honor and a privilege for me to be part of this, great, show. And thank you guys. You guys are not just colleagues, but you're my friends. And I couldn't have asked for better friends. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Brian,
That
thank you
was
so
just
much.
so heartwarming. Brian, you deserve all the goodness coming your way this Valentine's Day. And that is just a little something from us here as the family. Now, this fragrance is made up of an unexpected combination of fresh and vibrant notes. This is the perfect gift for men who constantly strive to turn the ordinary into the extraordinary, both at work or play. Are you going to be joining them when it comes when they're doing the karaoke?
Brian, we got one more surprise for you. We're going to do a nice performance for you, so we've got to get going while you enjoy your gifts.
I am so jealous. It's G's karaoke moment this Tuesday, okay? I'm really excited to see how everything is going to turn out. Everybody, give a warm Expresso welcome to G, Ryle, and Jamie singing "Hit Me Baby One More Time." Boom, boom, my loneliness.
You're still with your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Expresso. We're here on SABC3 to bring all of the feel good into your living room. Thank you very much for choosing to start the morning off with us. It's a Tuesday morning, guys, and you know the vibe around here on a Tuesday morning. And reveal today's vibe is Graham Richards as Britney Spears. Come on.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I love it.
You're all acting like you've never seen me dressed up like this before.
I was
Come
too
on,
young
guys.
to remember back in the day, so.
But this
feels
is
great.
this is
It's empowering.
incredible.
I'm
It's
empowered.
empowering, right?
Yeah.
And all it takes is just putting on that wig. I mean, you felt like a new person altogether.
What wig? I just had to plait, do my plaits, but I feel great. I feel fantastic.
So yesterday, when I love that head flick. I love it. I love it. That's the sass we're looking for. Yesterday, Graham did hint that Britney Spears will be joining us in studio, but you are about to bring it to life in here.
Brittany is here. We love our karaoke.
Yes, we do.
We love it because we have a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys have weighed in as well. I've got to ask before Brittany comes to life. Tubbs, it's your turn next week.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
How are you going to top this, dude? What is your song selection?
How are you going to top
Maybe
this?
you get into it first. I'll tell you after what I'll be doing. Okay, I'll do Westlife. I'll do something
Why are you
more.
sighing like it? Westlife's lovely, man. I can get into a bit of Westlife.
I'll do Westlife.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's like a sigh of like.
But you have to
Warmth and love, that's-
embody Westlife, okay?
Yeah.
Because you have to top this performance.
It's Valentine's inspired as well.
It's
Westlife is
Valentine's
for the lovers out
inspired.
there. That's
We're
great.
still very much in the love spirit. So Westlife, we'll be doing that next week.
Right.
Okay.
Let's get this show on the road.
Let us do that. Let's do that.
Pop it, dress, pops.
We are here for
All
you,
right.
Brittany.
And just whenever the moment takes you, eh?
Okay. Follow your lead.
Oh, baby, baby.
Go, Graham.
Oh, baby, baby.
Hey,
Oh, baby, baby. How was I supposed to know? that something wasn't right here. Oh, baby, baby, I shouldn't have let you go. Whoa, 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 whoa. Now you're out of sight, yeah. Me how you want it to be. Tell me, baby, cause I need to know now. Oh, because my loneliness is killing me. Yeah, I must confess, I still believe. And I'm not with why I lose my mind. Give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more time. Hey. Baby, baby, the reason I breathe is you. It's us. Boy, you got me blinded. Oh, baby, there's nothing that I wouldn't do. Oh, yes. It's not the way we planned it. Me, how you want it to be. Hey, tell me, baby, cause I need to know now. Oh, because my loneliness is killing me. And I must confess, I still believe. When I'm not with you, I lose my mind. Give me a sign. Hit me, baby, one more time. Wow.
Where's the sass? Give me more sass. Come on, T-Man. Oh, yeah. Let me go. Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Yeah! That is how you do it. Oh, that is how you do it. I can see how amped you are.
Brittany, can I be honest? You have been my crush since I've been so small, and finally, you're here in person. Thank you.
If only there wasn't social distancing. My love, if only there wasn't social distancing.
I love it. Please let us know what you thought of this performance. Expresso Morning Show, SAVC3. Remember to use that hashtag Expresso Show. I know that there's so many Britneys that have popped up all over the country in so many homes right now. Send us those pictures. Send us a video of your dad doing Britney at home like Georgia's dad has done this morning. We love to see it. Next week it's back again. It's Karaoke Tuesdays here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And Uncle Tabsy will be doing Westlife, Queen of My Heart. Celebrate the month of love with your family favorites. Made with love by Clover.
Another Feel Good production.